Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mehcast Reacts Death Battle Volume 6.
Woo!
Yes, we have a record number of people today, and also, I have a bag of jerky that actually has some goddamn moisture in it, so I'm not having to break my fucking teeth every time I want to take a bite of my snack.
You're a pussy.
We also got a new person here. Introduce yourself, Kit.
Do I have to?
Yeah. No.
Well,
You don't. I mean, you don't have to if you don't
I
want
just
to.
want to say, fuck you, Gizmo. I chewed through like 3 bags of this shit.
You're a
I'm
pussy.
happy to
Well,
have one that's actually
Pussy.
delicious.
I'll introduce myself just so everyone knows. Hi, I'm the only girl here, so hi, I'm Kit or Cat or whatever you want to call me. I'm here to support someone else here because apparently this is more important than my One Piece marathon. But here we both are.
Lies, lies. I would have prioritized that in a heartbeat. Let's just say that right
But
there.
here you are. Shut up, you.
All right. Enough tomfoolery. Spin.
Before we do anything, though,
Please,
a brief
can we get
moment
a
of silence.
good one?
A brief.
Oh,
No,
we got
Gizmo.
I can't read any.
No,
Yeah.
no. Wait. Ah, no. We got a bad one.
Who's Goliath again?
Gizmo.
Goliath is
Goliath.
the main character from Gargoyles.
Okay,
Okay.
that bad.
Okay, Gizmo, let me tell you this. Rule is the moment of silence comes up when we get a Batman death battle, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
Ben,
Batman
stop your
only,
whining.
like Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
But
I'm
as I
sad.
said, I'm sure
Can I
people know who've seen Death Ball. That 10% of all Death Ball episodes feature Batman, so it'll be easy.
Literally,
Oh,
Quick question.
5%.
Every time that Ben moans, can I give him a slap?
Yes.
You can
Yes.
Some of the
use the hand emoji on Discord, like the hand fan one, just to give it like a finger.
I
like
don't
Scary
have that.
animation.
I've only got hearts and crying faces and stars.
But you can change it. It's
Anchor.
The Friends of
I'm always
Humanity
angry.
really think they're gonna be some kind of threat to the goddamn
It's our
X-Men.
jokes, man. Well,
If he wanted to, Cyclops could
we
laser
would
all
win
of
a
them.
furry battle.
time to see who would win a
Does,
furry. Oh, that's fine.
If it helps, I've only ever seen like
Gargoyles
2
a
episodes
furry?
of Gargoyles. Like 2 episodes of Gargoyles, and I'm not the massive biggest fan of the X-Men. But here I am.
Well,
love
here's
the
the
X-Men.
thing. Here's the thing, kid. Goliath is voiced by Keith David. That's all you need to know.
Cyclops, my boy.
God bless
Cyclops and Quicksilver are like my favourites of the X. Not Quicksilver. Is it Quicksilver? The one who's played by the one who's played by Chris Evans. There we go. No, Chris Evans, Evan
I
Peters.
used to do that when I was
Evan
a kid.
Peters.
Holy shit, what the fuck is up with this?
Yeah, those are his hands, bro. That's how
What
big
the
the
fuck is
are.
this?
Oh my god, is this a Greg Land comic?
I think so.
Ah, what is
Hey, look, it's
Captain
Chuck.
Trace-a-Lot strikes again!
He's got Andre the Giant hands.
style?
This is like trying to be Alex Ross and failing.
Oh, nice, the 90s
It's
tape.
my turn! It's my turn!
Oh, damn.
As an X-Man, Beast
Dedede,
became a member of his
I gotta learn how to play that song.
superhuman strength, speed,
Disney's making a sequel to that show, and it actually might be good because the showrunner actually likes the source material.
Yeah, he gives
Yeah,
shit
well,
to
that's
X-Men,
probably-
and did everybody else do
eventually
too.
leaving the X-Men.
It looks
Yeah.
like
Watch when
the
that show
sequel to
debuts,
the-
the statement is going to bite us in the
Desperate to
ass.
cure the
Yeah,
mutant.
well,
Here's the thing. Here's
Wait a
the
second,
thing, though.
when
It
was
looks
Jack
like the
Kirby a
only-
scientist?
The
Hold on a
MCU
second.
X-Men might actually be worse, though. Because I'm hearing now
Yeah.
Dr.
they
Hank
call them
McCoy
mutants.
wanted to find a cure for his yowie hands. Instead, he turned himself into a furry.
Now lift over 10 tons, run over 40 miles per hour, and
And now he's currently beating the fuck out of Hugh Jackman.
Hey, rabies.
Every fangirl's wet dream.
Ew. Wait, are we allowed to swear? I should have asked that.
Yeah, we can.
Right, okay.
Yeah, baby. Woo!
It's actually mandatory. You're gonna need to up your swear quota.
Fucking motherfucking.
Yeah, if you don't swear more, we're gonna ban you from the group.
Fucking motherfucking.
It's a good thing I'm Scottish then that every other word that comes out of my mouth is fluff. So
I think.
Yet you said
I
no
think,
swears, you lie.
I think furry Kelsey Grammer is heavily underrated as a form that
Oh, yeah.
makes.
I love this scene.
Same level as that of the average human. even a little.
What the fuck is up with your face?
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say, is
what
he
he
wearing,
had.
or is he wearing really tiny glasses that's just fused to his face? Like, hello.
It's just the
What the fuck
glasses
is up with all
like
of your faces?
It's
The
a
squid dog.
anime bit.
Yeah, this is from the anime
Yo,
of
Is it
would
anime?
you like to play some Squid Games with me?
to give context,
That's the
Marvel
wrong-
did these
that's the
anime.
wrong Asian country,
Marvel.
that's racist.
To give context, Marvel did this like a series of anime shorts based off their characters. So like there was like a Wolverine X-Men one. I think there was a Punisher Iron
The
Man one.
Wolverine,
Oh, and then there was
X-Men,
Wars.
there was the Punisher with
An
the...
Iron Man one, a Wolverine, and an X-Men one.
There was a Punisher one, but it wasn't just him. It was him and the Black Widow.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Preferring diplomacy over
They're pretty good.
He's rarely eager to enter a fight. In combat,
Oh,
he
don't,
usually relies
please
on
don't
his
die.
to throw punches, and he holds back
Oh, Gambit, my
strategies
boy.
using his brilliant mind. Like the time he figured out how to use
Gambit, who
juggernaut's
unfortunately does
Oh my
not feature
God.
in any of the good X-Men movies.
Yeah.
Well, he was
Unfortunately.
in
You know what I
X-Men.
find really funny is that I wasn't the biggest fan of the X-Men films until my mum said, sit down and watch a few of them, and I did, and I watched all of them because I couldn't stop. And then in the end, I did say that my favourite one was Days of Future Past, like a fucking idiot.
It's one of the best
Days of
ones.
Future Past is
Oh
really
boy.
he loved for fear she would become
Did you know that movie was going to be a trilogy, but they loved the last one so much they scrapped the first two and made the last one instead?
Oh, why didn't they make the first two?
I
Because
told
probably
you,
won't make
Not
one.
anymore.
you loved the third one so much you just skipped the first two.
Storm!
Hey, look, Morph.
Storm! Yes!
Anyone remember Morph?
Storm!
I'm more.
Storm has an episode.
No one
Hey,
cares
Morph.
It's not
about
that good,
Morph.
though.
He's
You
literally
get
just
killed
there
off.
to die.
Yup.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Okay, time
Here
for
comes Goliath.
What's
Keith David.
Morph is actually a much more important character if you start reading the comic book line. The oh man, what was it called? The ones where the universe hopped everywhere.
I want to point out that this is a
Exiles.
Disney.
Exiles.
I want to point out.
Exiles, yeah.
I want to point out that this is a Disney afternoon show. A Disney afternoon show.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and also
funnily
directed by
enough,
Greg Weisman.
Funnily enough, my mum actually watched this back in the day, like ages ago, and she always said to me that if it ever goes onto Disney Plus, which I think it is on Disney Plus, I should watch it because I probably would like it because I do like a lot of the old 90s cartoons.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best shows of the 90s, up there with the
Oh, yeah.
Batman animated series.
Rest in peace.
Excuse me, the DuckTales and Darkwing Duck would like a few words with you.
Oh yeah, it aired alongside those shows.
Woo!
Unfortunately, due to their beastly appearance, Goliath's clan eventually faced
What do you think, RGS? I'm curious on your opinion on gargoyles.
They're alright. I never really watched too many Disney cartoons when I was away.
I watched a couple
Fair
of
enough.
the first,
That's
the
fair.
first handful of episodes, and I thought it was pretty good. But then I heard that like the last season was really bad.
Yeah, but
His wings just became a cape. That's
It's so
fucking
cool, isn't it? It's so cool.
even with shows like these though, even the
I have
bad
been
seasons are at
denied
least interesting enough. for me
even
to
my
watch.
revenge. Also, I think I've gotten a splinter.
Yeah. It's one of
Especially for the
Disney's
next-
best
especially
animated
for the
shows.
Same Greg Weisman isn't directing a show animated like this anymore.
Yeah.
We'll never get a show like this again.
I'm sad.
Unfortunately, no.
Some billionaire with a name that sounds like an antidepressant just happened to be crazy.
Hi,
enough to try
Xanatos.
something.
I thought it was called
Yeah,
Wheelster.
Yeah, he's a weird villain.
Xanatos actually invented a trope known as the Xanatos Gambit, as in
What kind of name
even-
is that?
Oh, that's who it's named after.
yeah,
Bruh, he
Xanatos.
hired circus acts to attack the gargoyles.
Xanatos basically is like, even if you kill me, I still succeed.
This man looks surprised, even though he did all
Why
this
does
to
he
come
look
up
like a washed out version of Blade? Just give him a pair of fucking pointy
I was gonna
sunglasses.
say he's like the guy from like Star Trek Next Generation. You're the one who keeps betraying everybody.
You know, if
Yeah.
you should mention that, there are a bunch of people from Star Trek TNG in this
Despite being
show.
completely out of his element, Goliath
Oh, hi, Lex Luthor.
You mean he was
Yeah.
watching cat videos?
I thought that was Moby.
No, this was the 90s.
Oh, so he wore crazy colored clothing and used nonsensical description words like bodacious, radical, or...
See, and when you become a king, that's so fucking cool. Jalapeno.
You ate a whole pepper, bro. What do you think the
Why does he look like one of the gargoyles from Hunchback?
Because he is a gargoyle.
How self-aware is
That made me
that?
laugh. I love that. Jalapeno.
Goliath was naturally suited to traverse the broad expanse of the city with his enormous wings. Though to
Or
be
if you look
clear,
really
Goliath
close, you
insists
can
that
see
he
Spider-Man flying in that 3D
Thankfully,
city too,
everybody-
with Aerosmith in the background.
Ghost Rider,
He's even got his own Mary Jane as well. Or wait, he's got his own Mary Jane. Or wait, we're going to go Gwen Stacy on this.
Oh god.
I guess I just did go there.
Hey, look, the Gargoyles video game.
The only video game.
Yeah.
So that means he's power scalable to Knuckles the Echidna. Good to know.
Yes.
Do you know the way?
You know,
Do you know the way?
Guys, drive a pillow, you can drive anything.
And he's tough enough to survive a fall over 100 feet.
He was even able to keep gliding after being shot by a Nazi plane's machine gun
Jesus
while fighting
Christ.
World War II. He traveled through time.
He's stolen.
Goliath may look like a brutal monster, and he certainly can be when he goes into a rage.
I think I heard like 100 women in my vicinity get wet from just hearing Goliath's name.
I don't want
And when Goliath's not leading his clan into battle or struggling to have a relationship with
There you
I
go.
mean, it's Keith David. Who doesn't love that voice?
All right.
What is it with women back in the 90s having a thing with sentient objects? He's a fucking gargoyle. It's not like he can fuck you. Oh my god.
It makes more sense for her to be with a gargoyle than April does with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, honestly.
That just sounds even weirder, to be honest. But which one are we talking about? There's four of them.
When I say you do not want to be on this gargoyle's bad side.
Whining.
My name is Goliath.
At least
I belong to no.
At least they've never written like
A gargoyle doesn't
a
whine.
human Transformers romance in any of them.
Oh,
Also, I hate to say it, you know, the guy who
Alex,
played him
there's
sounds exactly
There's
the guy
a
who
lot
played
of
Chaos.
romance
I know
with
there's
Alex.
fan
Kind of
fiction,
say,
and
you know,
there's debate.
essentially.
No, here's the thing about that though. There's a lot of
Guys,
there's a lot of
animation.
like
It's time for an apparently shitty episode by Ben's estimation battle.
I hate this
I've seen
episode
this. It's
so
not great.
much.
yeah.
Oh,
What
okay,
is
let's watch
Beast
it.
doing here?
What is Beast doing? That's
Just-
what I'm
he's
wondering.
just
Why
chilling
is the
there.
sun
He's just
why is the sun
He's not
that
even
huge
reading a
and the
book.
moon's like
He's just
what?
sitting
What's the
there.
size?
Hank brooding on rooftops is Batman's thing. You might want to clear out. You're in your spot.
Batman.
They don't even use
Spin,
Keith
Uncle
Davis'
Brat
voice.
Spin,
This is
Spider-Man
generic
Spin.
roar.
Is that
This
So
is
annoyed by
roar?
this.
I think this is
Yes.
before they had the budget for voice acting in literally every episode.
Yeah, but like they didn't even use like the voice from the show like they've done in the past.
Literally just
Well,
hanging
dude,
out
this is the soundtrack from like the X-Men, like you know, game on the PlayStation 1.
What?
This
Fighting
animation
game.
is
That?
legendarily terrible.
Fly, motherfucker! What the?
The animation's okay, at
This
least.
actually looks really good. I don't know what you're talking
Okay,
about.
now it's getting no, it's still bad.
How is this alright?
That looks weird.
Oh, because they're mostly just dragging the sprites around and slapping them into each other.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
good.
they
That's
have
not
one
both
good
good.
shot. That's hard to
Street Fighter car.
Wait a second.
Ooh.
You guys, did you just break the 180 rule in a 2D environment?
Somehow.
How the fuck do you do that? Like, I thought
Oh no, here it comes.
I thought Goliath was on the other side of the car.
How do you break the 180-degree rule with 3D sprite?
That's what I want to know.
This is lame.
Fatality!
Oh, yeah,
That's it.
Ironically,
That's
the
the battle.
right
Like
at
his
the
spin.
moment that he got ripped in half because
Okay, that's funny. That's funny.
That was a really lame way to end it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
very
disagree
underwhelming
with
death.
the result, but
Beast was
the
always
ending
more
is
of a team player,
terrible.
preferring not
It
to
is.
directly unless absolutely
Let's
necessary.
listen to the
Someone just
argument.
shout a fatality at the end of that because, well, I did, because that's basically what it became.
Oh wow, blood in a Disney show. That's rare.
Very.
Also, be careful not to misinterpret Beast's golden tree feat. While it might sound far more impressive than anything Goliath has done, Beast did not actually lift the whole 60-plus ton tree off the ground.
True.
There's nothing surpassing his
Yeah.
usual feats.
That is an artistic rendition. You don't necessarily know that.
True, that's
Comic
true.
panel is a single still moment in time. You don't know
But
what
if you
happened
really-
immediately afterwards unless it is
And
depicted.
Beast didn't wait
And
until
so this
sunrise.
is
Yeah.
a
But
case
if
of
you-
Death Battle,
One, he
like
didn't know what would happen
presuming
because
things
gargoyles
based on
in his universe
incomplete
don't share the
To be-
start-by-day rule.
To be fair,
fair,
that's
though,
what
we
comic
have-
shows.
You got the guys like the Thing
Yeah,
that can
yeah,
lift
it's
up
not
that
my
golden
imagination.
tree,
They
though.
broke the 180 rule. He's on one side and then he's on the other.
Yeah.
It looks like they're trying to say that Beast landed over there, but like the way the
winner is the arbiter.
The arbiter, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Alright, let me get. Okay,
all right.
okay, hang on. Before we give our opinion, I need to be the moderator here, so I'm going to call out names. So, Alex, you first.
Can't believe you're calling us out, Ben.
It's heavily truncated. I don't like how they ended it. It's the animation is mostly just them taking two SNES sprites, well, an SNES and a PlayStation sprite, really.
Well,
and
actually,
smacking them together.
the sprite for Beast actually comes from a Mugen title.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
cool.
Avengers versus X-Men.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, the Avengers versus X-Men. Oh, that's a
from
Mugen
Avengers
game.
vs.
Okay.
X-Men. Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was from the X-Men versus Street Fighter game on
No,
PlayStation.
Beast was never in any of the games. Beast was never in a
Okay.
fighting game officially.
Was he an assist in Marvel vs. Capcom 1?
Nope.
No, he was in.
Huh.
He was in
Uh-oh.
He was in
so
X-Men
regardless,
Mutant
they're
Academy 1
taking
and
the
2,
two-
Next Dimensions, but that's about it.
They're taking two sprites and just smacking them together for the most part. Right, there is a bit of more intricate sprite manipulation going on, but it isn't anything particularly impressive. They're dragging them around the screen. The battle is okay at the start, but the reason why it starts is really fucking lame. And honestly, I'm gonna put it in pretty bad because it all just adds up into a mostly fight leading up to a terrible climax.
All right. Kevin, you up?
Honestly, first of all, the matchup just seems a bit weird, considering there's not much Beast has in common with Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like Alex said, the battle is very underwhelming. It's not all that good. How it starts doesn't make any sense. It's basically just an excuse plot.
Yep.
Which is kind of the lamest way to start a battle. So yeah, it would definitely be in pretty bad.
I'm next. So yeah, I fucking hate this episode for two reasons. One, the characterization sucks. I absolutely despise it. And also, they didn't even use Keith David's scream. They didn't even they used this generic roar they got off the free domain site. It sucked.
And they've been using a lot of generic sounds for this episode.
Freesound.org's I believe I have that. It's from freesound.org.
Yeah, no sound bites from the games or the TV shows or anything like that.
Yeah, but the second issue is the animation, and you guys already raved about it. And again, they broke the 180 rule in 2D animation. How the fuck do you do that? I don't even
finds a way.
And the death it's lame. The death is lame. I mean, sure, it's gory, but it's a lame kind of gory kind of death. I'll give it this, when they're falling down from the building and Beast bites him. That's a pretty good animated moment. But that's outside of that and the research, which is also pretty good. It's a terrible episode. I really do not like this episode. The only thing that keeps me just barely putting it in absolute fair is that I do like Goliath's analysis. I do think there's a lot of funny jokes there and some fun feats to look at, but it's either going to be an absolute failure or pretty bad for me. It could fall into either category. Gizmo, you're up if you're still around.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're up.
I'm obviously in the minority here when I say it could have been worse.
Kicked.
Like I say that because there are key moments for me that make it stand out. Like the analysis, of course, like even the bad episodes have good analysis as far as I know, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
When Beast is the key moments in the battle though, like I love the fact that Beast is wailing on Goliath when he's on his back. I love the bite.
Yeah.
For hilarious reasons, I love the fact that Beast is just chilling on the roof, just standing there as he waits for sunset, like not even reading a book. He's just standing there, which I just find really funny. If the animation were any worse, then I would have put it in pretty bad, like low, pretty bad. But because of those moments, I would have put it in could have been worse because it really could have been worse.
Yeah, that's fair. RGS, you're up.
Ultimately, the same argument that Gizmo had, I would also agree with. I would also put it in could have been worse. It's just very there's not enough effort put in to make me like it, or not enough effort to make me dislike it. It just feels very filler, and that's what I get out of it. It just feels like filler for what is essentially bigger fights to come down the line. I think that's also the reason why it felt like a bit of a mismatch, because it wasn't made to give Beast a fair opponent or Goliath a proper fight. It was just, let's put them two together because it's man beast, that theming. It's very lazy, and ultimately it's superfluous. The animation and the sprite usage in general, it's just very bland. It doesn't really manipulate in interesting ways as Dunn had mentioned before, and ultimately just feels superfluous. I would also agree, could have been worse.
And this is without mentioning the lackluster death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I figured somebody was going to go more into it. It just feels very meh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It felt like a PG movie trying to be R-rated. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Kit, your turn.
Oh,
It's your turn to give. Yeah.
All right, I'm in the daze here.
I'm so like that. I can't blame you.
How to put this in words, because I kind of I'm actually going to be frankly honest. The animation was, I will say, they brought the 180 rule. How the fuck does that work in 2D animation? I animated for 2 years of my life. How the fuck does that work? Anyway, it just wasn't. It wasn't fair. You've got this massive stone gargoyle against a person who becomes a man-eating. It's not a man-eating beast, but that's the way I'm going to describe it at the moment. I don't really know. Also, the ending just felt like it was trying to be a Mortal Kombat ending back from like what the fucking 90s. Just
yeah.
So I will say it's either it's not as, but it's not. It's not. Oh, trying to describe it here. It could have been worse, but it could have been a lot better. Or maybe just like maybe just pair someone else with Goliath or pair someone else with Beast, because that just felt like a smash together just to get it done and out of the way, and just like it just gets shoved to the side. Look, we've done one against Beaston, this main character from Gargoyles from the Disney show, because we're so cool and hip, but it's an absolute piece of shit. So yeah, I'd say it could have been worse.
Yeah. I'd say that if you were gonna pair Goliath up with anybody, pair him up with Knuckles. That's a much better pair.
Yes.
Because Knuckles has a fight.
No. There really isn't enough. There's not enough differences or similarities to compare them to each other, to pair each other though.
Knuckles is
Well,
stronger than
I think like there's no differences that you can compare that makes sense. There's no similarities that you can compare that makes sense. Like stories, like personality.
They're both
Knuckles is really
loners to an extent.
strong.
All right. Next, one more person. Seamus, your turn.
What else am I going to say that nobody else has? 180-degree roll. The fact that the fact that like there's no like okay, I will
Seamus, are
say
you drunk?
I will say in fairness that there are good bits of the animation, but it ends anticlimactically, and yeah, you could say that it's like putting two sprites together, but damn it, that's like Newgrounds level charm right there, and I can't really hate that honestly, because it reminds me of how animations used to be done kind of back in the day.
That's an insult to Newgrounds animation.
That's a little unfair to compare. There's a lot of Newgrounds animation that's
You have not been watching a sprite animation, sir, back in the day, then,
dude.
That
I was
wasn't
No.
I was there
Even
when
grew up on Super Mario Brothers
I was
Z,
there
you
when
know.
Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat was still a
calm
thing.
down.
Calm down. Everyone, calm down. All right.
Too much.
So
Guys, there's too much testosterone in here. I need another
I will say the analysis definitely saved it from being pretty bad, and I think it could have been worse because the analysis was actually still fun to do, and they clearly had fun writing
There's
that.
my
and
Space
it's very
Invader,
thorough.
guys.
it's a puppy.
Yeah, no, it could have been worse for me, just because the analysis helped it.
All right, that's 4 could have been worse, so that wins by default. So I'm gonna say above Mike Hagar. I feel like that's fair.
Think so?
You know what? I'll say that. I'll say that it is a little bit above that because it's not as poor because we at least see all of the fight on screen.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, let's move
That's
on.
fair.
In the wheel.
Talking about Beast and some gargoyle. Let's move on.
Oh god.
Give me some anime. Give me some anime.
Technically, Beast.
Oh, we got a good one. We got a good one. Yes.
Wario versus King Dedede.
This is such a good one.
I'm about to destroy a monarchy ruled by the
Why does everybody like? Why does everyone
I
sound
have
like they're
no
trying
idea.
to fucking? You all sound like you're trying to fucking strangle ducks.
Because we're not.
My God,
Honestly.
poor Donald Duck. Don't kill him yet. That's my job.
That's the
Fate word of banana.
I'm playing it.
I'm sorry,
I love. Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest. When they first announced this episode, I absolutely hated this. I absolutely hated this matchup.
Are you talking about me?
I'm
But
talking about
when
Wario,
this episode
the
came out and I
greedy
saw
enterprise
the
of
animation,
Mario.
holy shit, it was amazing.
Nemesis to everybody's favorite pink puffball, Kirby.
King Dedede
Oh,
was
this
actually
sounds
the
like
real
an
hero
overhyped
of the
one.
And
Kirby
it's our job
series.
to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win in a tier list for Smash Brothers.
What?
Seamus, I need to tell you
Wario
something.
is a pretty busy
Dedede
guy.
is actually the real hero of Kirby because Kirby keeps
I know,
messing up
yeah.
everything.
I know. Yeah, he always helps out. I know that. Yeah, he's always misunderstood all the time.
It's like Kirby thinks Dedede is evil, and Dedede's like, "Oh come on! I'm not even doing anything bad this time."
King Dedede is a cool dude. Wario is just a douchebag.
Yeah, but
He was
here's
a
the thing.
superhero at one point, and he made a video game.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Waluigi is so much better.
Wario is selfish.
Yeah.
They got you
Well, Mario
My
is
boy been
thick
given
with
a
one
game.
C. Wario has two.
I got a question for everyone.
Alex?
What's your...
Not.
Well, I got a
Its name
question.
and symbol are
I'm
even inspired by the
Waluigi.
Japanese word for bad. Waluigi.
Yeah.
Actually, that is a good question. Who does everybody main in Smash?
Not some random
Little Mac.
Wario is
One at a time, though. One at a
Actually,
time. My
it's
God.
between
DLC
Link
or
and
vanilla.
Lucas.
Like DLC or vanilla
Wario's
roster.
grudge against Mario goes
Link,
way
just
Lucas,
while they were
between
just
Link,
together.
Lucas,
and robbers, a
is
total of
Richter and
1,256 times. And
and-
despite frequently asking
and
otherwise,
Robin.
Wario only got
Nice,
to be
nice
the cop
choices, Ben.
once.
Mine,
Baby Mario.
for DLC, it's Sora. For base, it's either
Whether or
Cloud
not
or
he was
Little Mac.
accidentally conditioned into
Nice.
felony, Wario
Alex?
has two main goals. ruin Mario's life,
Link,
and get as
100%.
rich as possible through any means
Great,
necessary.
great
including
idea.
Crime, treasure
Gizmo?
hunting, and even making video games.
DLC would have to be
He's super strong and can bash
Terry
tons of
Bogard.
rock and heavy metal with his shoulder bash attack.
Vanilla
If that's not
roster, it
enough,
would have
he'll
to
literally
be
chew his
either.
opponents up. Just imagine those giant white bricks he calls teeth just
They're
Little
eating
Mac-
her.
around you.
Little Mac or Roy?
Barely malleable.
Nice.
Oh my god!
Squished, twisted,
What about
and
you,
stretched
RTS?
with little to no ill effect.
Just Ken all the way.
Natural ability is definitely
Good
his-
idea.
Oh, you want to play with fire, huh?
Vanilla roast. Vanilla roast.
Flatulence is powerful.
Flatulence of
Vanilla roaster for me, it's either Kirby or either Kirby or Peach.
After all that.
DLC is Pyra, Mithra, Byleth, and Sora.
So brutal.
You know, my left.
Correctly, this
Yep.
blast can even propel
Sorry, I had to say.
Actually, Seamus can defend me here. I actually kick ass with Byleth, and it's kind of scary.
I thought it was.
I just
want
want.
you kicked ass with.
How much? I got a question. How much onions does Wario? How much? Well, how much onions do Wario
garlic,
eat to
nuclear
nuke
garlic.
parts?
I don't even know. Seamus, I was actually asking who just. Sorry, I was asking who everybody mains in Smash. So who do you main, Vanilla and DLC roster?
Vanilla, for me, it was like, crap. Shit. For me, the most character I probably played most was Kirby.
Yay, Kirby main!
Let's move on.
Listen, Wiz, I'm really proud.
Oh, but DLC.
She speaks.
Anyway, aside from his own ability,
Alright,
I can't remember all the
has
DLC
numerous
now.
weapons and power.
There's
I would have named Hero, but he's too random.
Kind of redundant when he can.
Yeah, that's fair.
I didn't play enough of the DLC to main anybody, to be honest with you. I am the best. I am pretty good with Sora though, but then again, who isn't?
Yeah.
His power-ups
Sora is the
include a
most
jetpack,
aerial
a
fight.
body,
Is the
and even Mario's
most
own
powerful
invisibility.
aerial fighter in Smash
He can
Brothers.
increase his
He
size
deserves
and
to be,
Bogard
because
is best
everybody
in terms
doubted
of-
him. Sora will never get in Smash, Sora will never get in Smash. Fuck you, motherfuckers and the doubters, we got our boy!
He can even combine
Only said
both
that Sora should be in Smash for the meme.
utilizing both these
I got a
abilities
legit
while
question.
dramatically
Wait a
Go
second.
away,
King
go
Dragon
away.
Warrior. So like Rosie D's like whole King Dragon arc was canon to Wario. King Dragon.
King Dragon, you need to be gone. He's the literal word.
Genuine question. How were you guys first introduced to Wario? One at a time.
Always need some random
So-
transform. Some of Wario's forms come
I was
about-
introduced to Wario
I'm gonna be
in
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I believe it was Mario Party 1.
Mario Party 2 for me.
Mario Party
Land
9.
Wario Party
9. 9?
In my defense, I need everybody to remember I grew up with a Wii system for most of my life. So
That's fair.
I had a GameCube, a Wii, a Game Boy for a little bit of my life, and the limited edition Birth by Sleep PSP, and then I now have a Switch and a PS4. So you gotta forgive me a little bit here.
Like Mario, he
Funny enough,
survived
I
a
was thinking-
big explosion in the tennis court, which we figured out is equal to 2.4
Was it
Nice.
TNT. But Wario's also
Bullshit.
survived
Sonic
a
should have won again.
thing blowing up in his
Was it 9? Actually, no, I tell a lie there. So it wasn't Mario Party 9. It was actually Mario Kart Wii for the Wii.
That would be it, yeah.
That's fair.
Mario Kart Wii, where Funky Kong is way too funky.
I lost my two. I lost my two front teeth to
I don't know.
Mario Kart Wii.
Oh my god, Wario!
That's a big shit.
Blow up a large moon, and Wario was
Hey, look, Scott Pilgrim.
Just by Super Mario World, not Mario World, Mario Land.
So given recent events that happen in certain games, does that mean Scott Pilgrim like can be power scaled to Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
Rolling around at the speed of sound.
Triggered the collapse of an entire
Got a
dimension.
sim for this lady I just met yesterday.
Scott Pilgrim needs to fight Rama Saitome. I've been saying that for years.
Who throws a shoe at somebody?
Random task.
Spanish and Italian mothers apparently.
Random task.
Yeah.
Well, Wario threw his shoe at Mario at the end of Mario Land 2.
It's time for the Fat Penguin. It's Pingu's distant cousin and ruler of Dreamland.
Fun fact, DDD. Fun fact.
Wouldn't you know it?
Yes.
We got prosperity is actually run by a tyrannical, self-imposed monarch, King Dedede.
That crown.
And he replied to you, saying,
They show you what they want you
nah,
to see,
wrong,
but
stupid.
really, there's so
And
much horror
Joe
behind
said,
the scenes.
nah, you were wrong, stupid. Madara
suppose.
1, get over it.
He didn't intentionally create a feature.
That's just you being fucking told, Ben.
Sway over his questionably claimed kingdom.
Wow, really?
Get ready for more
So
Haagen
wrong,
Dazs.
stupid for thinking that that was a terrible
Suck it,
ending.
Jigglypuff. Yeah, this little
Clearly.
guy's always been there to
That
ruin
clearly
the
wasn't a good
Triple
roast,
D's
though.
schemes.
Schemes which, to be fair,
Even though,
I mean, to be
yeah, I gave an actual roast with actual facts and logic. This guy is just like, oh, you suck. Get over it.
I told you. Logic to
That's
everything,
more
though.
roast there than a Thanksgiving turkey.
By the way, fun fact,
Heard
in
that
Smash
guy.
Brothers,
Before
there's
Kirby arrived,
DDD
DDD
is
was a
voiced
tubby
by
girl with only a
Masahiro
modicum
Sakurai, his creator.
After seeing
Oh,
Kirby's
nice.
popularity and success,
Just
the king
based.
made up his mind.
I love
He
that
would
fact.
surpass the marshmallow.
Cue the 70s music. It's time for a
That there
training
darn,
montage.
that there
Countless hours
Kirby.
of intense work and
The
grueling
show was
training.
so good. I love
Pushed
the
himself to
show.
mimic Kirby's
Gosh,
ability.
I love the Kirby show.
His speed improved.
Right back at you, kid.
Skyrocketed. And in time, he even learned.
I
I'm
love
higher
Kirby.
tier than you, Kirby. You can't even stand against me at
A
Evo.
bunch of air.
To be clear, this is not a
Spot
naturally
on.
occurring ability of his.
What the
He
fuck
will
is DDD
somehow
doing?
trained himself
He's trying to
Right.
suck. He's trying to suck a magic
no
ball.
science whatsoever.
trying.
No, that's
Makes
fucking
absolutely
Kirby.
no goddamn
He's trying.
sense.
That's what he's
Shut up
doing.
and let the penguin
You know,
fly.
Sanity Not
That's
Included
the
ended up
only
making a
Kirby
joke
can
similar
copy. His lungs are
to
so
what you guys were
strong now, he can
suggesting.
inhale entire
Kirby
bullets and
inhales
blast them in
his
high
wolf
speed.
and then
He can even
takes him
fire
off the
powerful
edge.
air bullets
And
that can
then
strike solid
and
rock.
Kirby
You know,
explains,
I've been
that's
training
that's
my
how I
arrow
won. I just
technique
sucked him
too.
off.
You?
I look at Carpet and I just want to hug him so much. Screw
Everyone does.
DDD, I want Carpet. Seamus has got a Nendo
By the
Carpet.
way, if
I
DDD's
do,
Final
yeah.
Smash
I
in,
remember when
He's got
Kirby. It's
an army of
awesome.
minions at his command, but when he
The big
wants
gay
to take
dance.
someone down
Ooh,
personally,
Oh my God, Luigi,
he goes
no!
to the ring with one of his
Wow,
own
when was the last time I heard about the big gay dance?
I guess I'm the new Mario brother here.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
So-
Response was too.
I am still right. So I've had Smash Brothers for this.
Oh, you scared?
I've
Here
had
I
Smash
come.
Smash
Here I
Brothers for the
come.
Wii,
God.
not the Wii, sorry.
Well, this
Yeah,
movie's
Nintendo
garbage
Switch for a
and
while, and I'm still making my way through the vanilla roster, and I still don't have Cloud Stripe. And the moment I get him, I am maining him to hell. I need him.
With this magic
You know,
coursing
funnily
through,
enough,
DDD can cast
Cloud's
several
English
spells.
is
He can
voice
increase his
actor,
size,
or
launch break the fourth wall, and miss up to 64
Oh, Seamus knows.
What the fuck is
Seamus
this?
knows.
More penguin
What the
pieces as
fuck?
they go around.
Seamus knows all about the weird shit that I like.
Yeah.
Bro, what is that?
Whips out his ultimate weapon,
Ooh.
the electric hammer.
Nice.
Introducing the
Buzzy, buzzy, buzzy,
mysterious
buzzy.
masked DDD.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's big.
Yeah,
What game
it's
was this
not
from?
much of a disguise. But the
It was from the
electric hammer is a
3DS
definite upgrade over
eShop
his
title.
jet hammer.
It was that
Hell
3D
yeah,
spin-off.
It's way stronger. Can blast
It's very
electricity
short.
and has
It's
a
not worth
flamethrower.
noting,
That's
honestly.
the question.
He made his debut in Ultra Superstar Ultra.
Watch
didn't he?
this.
Good enough. Sniper safe. Forget
The
it.
best
Give
Final
me a
Smash.
rocket launcher hammer any day of the week.
You're
And
just
remember
biased.
that army of
By the
minions
way,
that
Ask, why was
Sure.
Carpet
the
never
gay
in?
weird habit of
When you
actually
walk
carrying
away,
some of
you
them
don't
around?
You
hear
don't
me
hear
say,
me say,
Why,
please.
Oh,
Go, can we please watch this? That is so please for the love of God.
Have y'all stopped talking about Kingdom Hearts for 5 fucking minutes? Me over here for the past 3 years. No.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist because that was the second time the big gay dance was featured in Brawl Tots.
I have heard the big
Oh man, that's
you.
too bad.
It's a Brawl Tots reference.
Yeah.
God, it's been years since I saw that video.
Kirby out
I have
with
a
enough
feeling
force
if I
to
look
break
that up,
through
I
the
might get
planet
some
Pop Star's
different results.
atmosphere.
You don't
Yeah,
know,
So
you
was
won't.
Geosty and
Please
Kira Buckland's in Smash Brothers animation.
That's disgusting.
But that's nothing when you think about how he
Or
can
I'm
bash
sorry,
Kirby
Rena
into
Chan, as she was once
This little guy
known.
can hit so hard
Oh.
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
God, calm down, Kirby. Hey, you're wrecking the place where you live.
When Popstar is shown to be similar
Kirby
in
is
size to
redonkulous.
Shiverstar, which
Kirby's
strongly
one of the most
resembles
powerful
It's ridiculous.
characters
Who
ever.
That's why
An
Kirby
Earth-sized
earned
planet like
his
this,
victory
Kirby
against
must have been
Majin
striking
Buu.
with a
Suck it.
force of over
Yes.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that one, but the thing is
Face.
that the fight made it seem, the research made it seem like Boo couldn't just instant transmission away. When he
We'll get to that
Also-
fight. We'll get to
Also,
it.
just remember, Kirby saved the whole of Smash Brothers. No, wait, never mind, he didn't. That was Sora. Never mind, I got confused again.
What the
He
fuck?
does fight on equal
No,
footing.
Sonic
It's
is
true.
the reason the Smash
making these
Bros.
cute and cuddly
actually
characters
managed
so
to get
freaking
saved.
deadly.
Because
Yeah.
Sonic
Because it was-
tripled
I'm sorry,
Taboo.
I'm still bitter. We don't have a Shadow in Smash Bros. What the fuck?
Yes.
Actually,
Yeah, we
I'll
only
be honest,
got Sonic
it's
rep. Why? I never
Sonic
understood
rep, yeah.
this.
No,
That's not
actually,
true. That's not true. Atlas, aka that's owned by Sega Game
I'm
Sculptor.
talking about Sonic in general, not Sega.
Sega,
Sega, we
yeah.
have a few reps.
We have Bayonetta.
Oh, Magalon. By the
I saw
way,
the PTSD.
Oh, by the
Tails,
way, Ben.
Knuckles, and Silver are make cameos in one of the stages.
Though he still holds a massive
By the way,
King
hey Ben,
has proved his
What's
ability
up?
countless times
in
to the detriment, but often
in
benefit
the
of Dreamland.
a Runaway Guys
Perhaps he's
playthrough
earned the title
of Smash
king
Bros.
after all.
Or not Smash Bros. Kirby's Return to Dreamland for the Wii.
There's only one
It-
bona fide ruler of town, and that's me, King Dedede.
Animation.
Anyways,
Oh,
I
here's
would
one
say-
of my favorite fights of all time.
And we've run the data
Here's one of
Anyway.
my favorite fights of all time.
It's time
I love this.
Let me go and look up King DDD.
Funny
No,
thing,
no,
I
watch
was-
this. Watch this fight. It's so
Oh,
good.
this is Rakon's pretty good.
the Montreal
It's all the
Fart
Mario
Club.
and Kirby minions. I love this.
500 pounds, it's Wario. In this corner weighing in.
It's Ted Lewis,
somehow
Alex.
less, King
Time for a
DDD.
cage match. Wait a minute, what?
Look at it. Look at them. They're so
Who the hell
cute.
is
Hey, I didn't sign up for no cage match.
This won't be the first Italian I've killed today. So you better be
Oh my
ready,
God,
you
he
fat
ate
woman.
onion. Oh my god, he burped the skull.
And the thing, they're both fighting at full power right now.
I love them so much, but I cannot remember their names.
Oh.
By God, that thumbtacks. Wait a minute, what?
Take that, motherfucker.
Oh, get him.
That is a Goomba.
I like how they're fighting each other in like the stadium, like outside of it too.
Yeah.
Take that, you mushroom kingdom piece of shit.
Oh darn! Oh, Wario Man is going ham.
He got some MVC combos in there.
By the way, I believe the
Oh.
Wario sprite is I believe the Wario sprite in terms of its structure is based off the
They're
of Mario
disguised so off,
sprite.
guys. Oh my
From
god.
Dark Saga.
I like this. This is like
I
going.
love this. This is like backstory shit. Oh my god.
I like how they're going backwards with the power levels.
I love how they realize, oh, wait, you're that one guy.
Hey, wait.
Wait,
you're
Dee-Dee's
the
so entire?
asshole.
He'd be like, "Oops, did I do that?"
He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Look at this.
They just figuring it out.
Oh my god.
Oh, I did not need to see the Waldy open its mouth.
Oh,
Oh,
that
no.
was brutal.
You ate the hammer. Oh. Oh my god, he's cloning himself. I
Shadow
love
clone
it.
jutsu.
The dragon hand.
Oh, it's so good.
The effect works
That's
really
By the
good
way,
in this,
Alex,
though.
in case you were wondering, DDD was voiced by Ted Lewis,
Nice.
aka Bakura.
This.
Guess who?
That there
Oh,
Kirby
shit.
is ruining my plans.
Oh.
That goddamn Wario.
Oh no.
I don't want to be born today.
Oh my god.
It's too
Well,
fat.
Fat ass stuck in my mouth.
Everyone's running.
Well, that's one way to eat ass.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, green! Oh, the mustache. Oh, that makes it so much better.
That's what's like. So that's what's like to be full of shit.
Ugh.
Oh my god, he's pumping himself up!
Oh, he
Okay,
got
this is
that
getting good.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Go on, DDD.
Oh my god.
I'm so going for DD on
This
this
is a
one.
really cool fucking fight.
Yeah.
Oh, you see?
Oh, buddy.
Oh, they animated that. You know they did. Oh, they did.
Oh God.
Oh, come on.
Oh, here it
Power.
Too much
He's like, I
detail
gotta
into that
go
ass.
quick. He's like,
No.
nope, that's not gonna work. Oh.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh,
that-
here we
this is-
go.
this
Here
is
we
gonna be
go.
Oh, no
Oh.
way.
You plugged it. Wario
That was awesome.
I'm the king of Smash.
I told you
Yep,
those
let's watch
Gordians
the
were a
restart.
pain in the ass.
Oh my
Wario
god.
sure had the upper hand when
It's
it came
time.
to versatility.
It's time.
Especially
hang on,
No,
hang
it's time.
and totally unexpected techniques.
Hang
Yep.
on, man.
Who would ever predict your opponent would drop an atomic fart in your mouth? Genius.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, like
that
I
actually turned my stomach a bit.
Plenty of
Yeah,
counter
that
options to
was
use.
See,
For
that really
example,
wasn't.
his hammer's ice
That
properties
turns
could
your
halt
stomach,
Wario's
not
manual
Waddle
fire
Dee just literally
And unlike
growing a
Wario,
That
mouth.
also
DDD's
too.
light didn't
Yes.
require any specific power to control the air.
Unfortunately, neither Wario nor
This
DDD
episode
have
really
truly shown their
remembers
greatest potential
what
speed.
Death Battle,
Compared to the likes of Mario and
is
Meta Knight, it
supposed
seems
to be
DDD
about,
held
which
the
is about,
advantage.
you know,
Though admittedly,
fun
it's
shit.
impossible to know the exact specifics
Yeah.
of that advantage.
It's
Yeah, but
we'll
given
talk
how
about when we
tough
get
these
there.
guys were, speed wasn't the biggest factor anyway. What we really had to know was how likely they could even hurt each other. I mean, they've been through some pretty nasty stuff. But guess what? Wario surviving the Shake King exploding doesn't stack up to DDD getting sucked into a black hole.
By examining the event horizon of Magolor's singularity, we can estimate a range of the black hole's destructive potential. Even
Yeah,
though
Oh my
the lowest
gosh.
possible
Bitch.
option comes
Of
out
course,
to
we
nearly
have to include Kirby's
86
health bar in there,
octillion
too.
tons.
Science,
That
Science,
is over
motherfucker!
5 times more powerful than the detonating Shake King.
Kate, you're gonna have to
Again,
cuss.
that's
Your
the
quota's
lowest
running out.
option. The black hole's destructive potential
Huh?
is likely even higher than that.
So Wario had a hard time landing any meaningful damage because the big bird was just too tough. But if DDD's anywhere as strong as Kirby is, and he should be
No, actually,
doing
what
that
did you
thing
say,
right
Ben?
all
I
the
couldn't hear
time,
you.
then he was making hits that were
You have to cuss more, your quota's running out.
level. Definitely getting the edge over
Well, I'm
Wario's
sorry,
durability.
Ben. I don't have a
Wario's versatility
fucking
and
list next to me of how many times I need to
close
fucking
bout,
swear, you
but DDD's
absolute
strength,
dipshit.
durability, and speed
Oh, well.
is just enough to take
Fucking motherfucking
There we go.
Penguin.
Fucking motherfucking.
the winner.
The winner is Masahiro Sakurai.
True.
Death
But
Battle.
I mean, to be fair, no matter who wins, Nintendo wins that one.
Hold on though. I think we all know what
Alright.
time it is. I think we all know what time it is.
Okay, before we do, Alex first.
Yeah, it's up at the top.
Kevin.
Top.
Gizmo.
It's time for a death battle, ho.
There's a
Oh,
fucking
wait,
G1!
I just skipped myself. You know what? I'll go
Obi-Wan
last.
versus
Oh,
Kakashi.
that's
That
a
is
low
an
Fuck
actual
one.
death
I'm trying to
battle.
Fuck
find.
that! Fuck that! There's fucking Sanji versus Tony. What is it? Tony?
Hang
Not
on, hang on.
Tony. Like it's Rock
It's-
Lee. Never mind.
Okay,
Rock Lee.
RGS.
Naruto.
RGS.
Yeah, put it straight to the top.
I absolutely agree, but I'll give my reasons at the end. Kit Kat, your turn.
Top.
Seamus.
I think it deserves in the top tier, but I'm gonna say that I actually preferred Pokemon versus Digimon more.
Yeah, that's fair. I want to give
That
my quick
battle
opinion
sucked.
real quick.
That battle was awesome.
Shut up! Shut up! What was it?
That was amazing.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
I heard it
This
in
guy
my
getting this
top
back
tier,
down
too.
to the bottom.
Blow
now.
it, you take that back.
I'm
Okay,
just
you put
gonna
that
say.
right. You put that in front of
Put that right back in front of
Megatron and
Megazord
like
versus
and
Voltron,
Soundscream,
ho.
whatever they're called there. It was above like this. It was above the Megazord and Voltron. You put
Literally
that
right
back right
I
now.
know my
think I would
tier
notice.
list. I know my tier list. You can't trick me.
I
I'm
saw
gonna-
it.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
it was above.
You.
It was above.
You can't fool
Was
me.
it?
I'm
All right.
sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry right now. But just remember, guys, I am the only lassie here, and I'm just surrounded by men, and it's driving me a little bit batty. So please bear with me.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Kat, would you say that we see men in
let me-
tights? Who roam
Who
around the
didn't want to
forest
be dead?
looking for fights?
Shut
I
up.
want to give my opinion real quick. I love the analysis. I love how thorough it is. It goes through nearly everything up to the last point of these characters. They use so much, and then the animation. I would say it's one of the best 2D animated fights they've ever done in terms of personality and expression. Nothing has really come close with how what's a good word for it? Like how alive both these characters are, and the comedic timing is
Originality?
phenomenal. Yeah, I would say that too. This fight isn't really anything they have ever done before or done since. It genuinely is like a 10 out of 10 episode. And this is coming from someone who, when I first saw this matchup, I fucking hated it. When I saw, I'm like, oh my god, way to waste these two characters. But they really said it's like, this was good. So yeah, absolutely. Like, it's time for a death battle. But the question is, where? I would say, I don't know.
I'm putting it below Deadpool and the Mask.
I agree.
I think I put it right in between Megazord versus Voltron and Ghost Rider versus Lobo.
You know what? I'll put it. I'll put it
there too.
Anything after fucking Trunks and Silver, because that mashup still is what the fuck. Anyway,
I'm still pissed that like Charizard versus Agumon is below it. You have no idea how pissed I am.
I would say I want to give my argument here. I would say either above or below Lobo, because I don't think the quality itself is so high that it does need to reflect that. I would say it's definitely better than the other episodes, at least in my opinion.
here we go, guys. Here we go. Ben's bias is pointing it.
Hang on. We'll go one by one. We'll go one by one, just to make sure it's a clear vote. So, Alex, where would you put it?
Yeah, it's time for a death battle. Below,
No.
Deadpool and Mask.
Kevin.
Deadpool and Mask.
All right. RGS.
Right. So hot take, guys. I don't think Megazord versus Ultron was really all that good.
Megazord versus Ultron. When was that?
You know, it's close enough.
Look, just put it there and let's move on, okay?
I wasn't here for the Voltron rep. Fuck this. Why am I here?
Almost. Hang on, RGS, where would you put it?
Right. I would put it right, since it's got a lot of personality. All the sprite work is really nice, and there was a clear effort on trying to make both of them cohesive and work together, and they used the environment along with the sprites. I would actually put it above Agumon versus Charizard, and kind of put it in the upper echelon.
Don't even.
Gizmo, your turn.
I put it right above Ghost Rider versus Lobo. It's got enough humor. It's got more than enough humor. It's got more than enough humor. More humor than any other death battle need, but it works because of the two characters, especially with like the little references, like like how they're always drawing like Wario's ass cheeks so detailed, like how like the Goomba and how the Goomba and like the Waddle
This is too fucking funny.
and how like the Waddle Dee literally tore open a mouth just to scream. Stuff like that, it makes the stuff even better. Like the little things make the bigger things even better. You gotta put it right above Ghost Rider versus Lobo.
I would agree with that. Kit, where would you put it?
Below Deadpool and the Mask.
All right, Seamus.
No, problem is I haven't seen a lot of these. Because I mean,
yeah,
I want to say that it's above. In terms of quality, even though I love it, the episode it's above the Duck versus Shovel Knight to me.
All right, so we got one vote for above Charizard, 2 votes for above Ghost Rider, 1 vote for above Shovel Knight, and 3 votes under Deadpool and the Mask. So that's more votes above Deadpool and the Mask. So let's agree to put it above Shovel Knight.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel!
My ears.
Wheel morality. Turn. Show
Come on,
us the
Sanji
lesson.
versus Rock, please. Sanji versus Rock, please. Sanji versus Rock, please.
Wait, what do we got to get?
Oh boy!
Okay, that's an interesting one.
Beta bitch.
Okay,
Somebody
another
don't
Pokemon
know.
and Digimon one. This is gotta be good.
Furry
This is gonna be.
Alex,
This gotta
Renamon
be
is
interesting.
basically the Digimon fans' furry goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Oh, here we,
showed
oh
some
my
stuff,
god,
too.
here we go. Seamus is gonna have a wet dream here.
Excuse me, I was not attracted to Renamon as a kid. She was a badass. All right, let's get one thing straight.
Let me put it to you this.
Hey, dude, if guys are supposed to get roasted being attracted to Renamon, girls should be roasted for being attracted to
Also, you're just
Mecha.
saying that because she's a kitsune when she digivolves, aren't you?
Lucario, the steely
This is an interesting episode. I
You
actually.
I've lost potential, bro.
But not
I've lost
actual
potential.
foxes.
I
You know,
don't
there's a
remember
difference.
anything but the death.
There's a difference between like a kitsune and a fucking fox, literally. You know, there's a difference.
Come on, it's sad we don't get Sakuyamon or Megalucario. That would have actually
a furry fight.
Oh god,
This is
Digimon
a
Battle
furry
Spirit
fight.
Strikes.
I'm just saying, if guys are gonna get roasted for liking Renamon, girls should be roasted for liking Machamp. You know why? Or arms.
I have no idea what they are, so I'm sitting here just rocking back and forth.
Machamp is
You've never heard of Lucario?
dude.
He was in
Nope.
Smash Brothers.
Or arms.
Nope.
Six-pack motherfucker who's
No, yeah,
probably got a
no,
dog
he was in
longer than
Smash
his
Brothers.
legs.
I still haven't unlocked him in Smash Bros yet. That's,
How
yeah.
have you not unlocked everyone? Are you kidding me?
I've been busy.
In Cat's household, everyone is not here.
Oh, and
Bring it
also,
with you.
also
Wait a minute,
Cat.
he got hitched with Princess Peach?
No!
Also,
Yes.
yes, that's Sean Schemmel voicing Lucario, and
Also,
that's
also, can we just say to Ash Ketchum, after 25 years he finally won the World Championships. Took you long enough, you little bastard. Anyway.
And he also finally got his own Lucario.
there's literally nothing left for Ash to do at this point.
Yeah, he's.
That's a bang Misty. God damn, Ash. Just go to her house.
My favorite is Bone.
I will say, I understand why they just used the base versions of both characters. Because if they use their evolved versions, Lucario just gets dominated.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Don't take what I said out of context. Don't take what I said out of context.
Is close combat.
Considering
Someone
Renamon,
take it out of context.
Lucario can use Dragon Pulse, aka it can shoot a giant energy beam from
Right,
footage
guys,
is
guys, I hate to do this, but I'm gonna head off because sadly I've got work tomorrow. Big like the kids.
Understandable.
that's understandable.
Around there.
Right, I'll speak to you later. Bye, guys. I'll be back next week.
Good night.
Cool. We'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Aura is a
Bye.
energy described as the
All
So,
right,
Seamus, in case you're wondering why Alex referred to Sean Schemmel, Lucario's voice actor, as a quote-unquote beta bitch. Well, let's just say the way that Schemmel takes criticism
Oh
is...
boy, here we
less
go
than
again.
stellar.
Separating the art from the artist again with voiceovers.
No,
again.
I'm just saying... No, I'm just...
Sean Schimmel outright talked shit about Team 4-Star and then said nothing the moment they started getting involved in the with Funimation.
You are most unkind.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, none. Yeah, no, genuinely, Sean Schemmel was genuinely beta cuck behavior.
Yeah.
From legendary Pokemon.
And
I'm
the
glad
thing
we're on
is,
agreement.
and look, I like his performance as Goku and Lucario, but yeah.
He's an asshole.
What about the rapping elephant in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX?
Or what? No,
Wait, no,
even better.
It was it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'll be back. He actually posted that video on Twitter, or saying, "Yeah, this is me," and I'm like, "Well, at least he's owning it." Unlike
He
some
said
people.
it was his best performance, I think, or his most proudest.
Or he was, yeah, he was proud of that.
Yeah, I can't really blame him though.
One, Magmar's body temperature measures a ridiculous 2,200.
Of course it does. Pokemon.
And here's the thing:
can you say that in Celsius, please? You know, degree of measurement we actually use.
Can I explain something to you guys?
What's up?
So, after the results of this battle came out, people were like, "Oh, don't act so hurt just because your favorite lost." And I'm like, guys, you were like this after the Pokemon versus Digimon death battle. So don't even think about it when we know you'd be singing.
They were like this after Goku versus Superman 1 and 2.
We'll talk about that another day. Or today, depending if we get it, maybe.
I think this is like the
But that's what makes this kung fu puppy so friggin' badass.
With an imposing
It's a
arsenal and
jackal.
fighting spirit to match, the
That's what he
Lucario
is.
are certainly
Female
frightening
furries be like,
warriors.
I'll be a good boy for you, Lucario.
Oh, Ash is dead.
Let me glump you, Mr. Ketchum.
You snuck up behind me.
Well, am I not in you, Ash Ketchum?
Sadly, he still has a better. Sadly, Schemmel still has a better voice
On
than
the
Bill
other
Rogers
side
as
of
Lucario.
reality, an alternate
Yeah.
Hi, Takato.
exists. A
That's
digital
why
Digimon
was used in
Tamer.
Smash.
Digimon
let's
Tamer is
go,
my
Digimon!
absolute favorite season of the series.
Digimon, Gago Bunters,
That is not how the theme tune goes.
Digimon, digital monsters, Digimon.
Okay, can I say? Okay,
Let's
Can
just look at. Yeah, go on. You can
can I
say
say
something.
some things about Renamon on
Apparently, you
Entertainment?
guys aren't paying attention here.
Everyone stop. Let Kevin talk. Let Kevin talk. Kevin.
Ruki Makino, aka Rika, on the dub, she was apparently the product of a teen pregnancy, and well, and then of course, the dub aged her up, but forgot to age up her mother.
Oh my fucking god.
Older than her mother.
No, as in her mother wound up being younger when she gave birth.
Oh god.
The dub, this is a case where the dub made things worse.
Anyway, can we go back to talking about how cool Renamon is, please? Please.
I'm
I
sure
was
you
getting
want to put
to
a
that.
cool Renamon is,
I was
Shane.
I was getting to that, okay? Renamon is a very proud Digimon.
Yeah.
Oh, and also in the German dub, she's voiced by a man.
You won't be surprised the moment she finds her name is Google search.
Nah, don't don't believe it. That's the same country that made that opening, alright?
And
Clearly,
sad thing
anime
is
was
that
not their
even though
priority.
Renamon is like this furry goddess to some people, here's the thing: when they got the Sakuya mod in Tamers, that only made things worse.
Okay, but this one is used to destroy people. When a Renamon comes
You
to
should
with
see
a
what
burning
Sakuyamon
it's
looks
using
like,
power
Gizmo.
bomb, its strongest physical move.
Give me the name, I'll look it up myself.
Sakuyamon.
Oh, dude, she's a ninja.
Renamon isn't just kicks and
Spell that.
punches. Its signature attack is called Diamond Storm, which
Foxleaf
Singing
Arrowhead.
burst of wind and a
Spell
terrifying
the name.
amount of razor sharp
Diamonds?
The dub name is Diamond in Storm, but it's actually Foxleaf Arrowhead.
Totally doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense. Who comes up with this shit?
It
Diamond
would
Storm.
make more sense to use
Oh, it's
Diamond
big
Storm makes more sense with the look how it looks.
And it looks more. No, it actually looks more like arrowheads than diamonds.
Sell them to make bank. Do you know how many Bigfoot traps
So
I
does
can
this
buy?
mean
Why
that
are they
they're
using
this one
butterfly
wrong?
instead of biggest
Definitely
dreamer?
caught that guy by now.
But don't underestimate
Probably
Renamon's
the
Diamond
only
Storm.
hitty they
It can
had
shatter a
available
wall
or
of ice
something.
created by a champion.
But biggest
level
dreamer
Digimon,
is
which
available in a
higher,
lot
stronger
of
rank
the
than Renamon.
forms.
The wall here appears to be about 8 inches thick. Assuming this ice is comparable to
I like how they
blue ice,
figure
the
out this
strongest,
stuff.
most
I always like
compact
when they
form
get
ice can
creative
actually
like
take.
this.
This could support approximately
too.
6,000 pounds per
God
square inch
damn.
per bracket.
So, Diamond Storm is basically hundreds of tiny little leaves hitting you like a truck.
Mind,
with a
they're
bunch
still
of
using the
razor
name
blades stuck to
Diamond
it.
And
Storm.
Guilmon no
Obviously.
sold
I just
all
found
that.
my next truck upgrade.
Yeah.
Guilmon's like,
Moving on, some Renamon are also fast enough to
Can
get
get dog because he's Guilmon.
Guys, he can make good bread. I mean, she can make good bread.
Pretty damn fast for a fox.
Renamon is
Renamon,
genderless.
partnered with Tamer Rika, does this
Oh,
all the
okay,
time.
never mind then.
You cannot fool me with that shit.
Oh.
No, it's actually a factual statement for all Digimon.
Don't even.
Out of my kitchen.
Then the station be voiced then. What the fuck is that shit? But be genderless.
Every single Digimon species in the series is do not have gender.
So they can't be fucked.
They could, but
Please
you have
stop.
to ask like
Can you
500 more
please
questions
stop?
somehow.
This is my childhood you're talking about. Shut
Yeah,
up.
so they grew up
My childhood too,
wanting
Seamus.
more.
Yeah, I literally grew up with Digimon and had to deal with the fact that people wanted to screw this Fox.
Guys, look! Guys, look!
Oh,
Guys,
Oh,
look!
for
Look
fuck's
at them
sake.
at the
Oh my god.
my
I love
eyes!
the fact that they showed that.
my eyes.
I love the fact that they showed that. They didn't leave it ambiguous. Like everyone already knows.
Everyone, let's watch the fight. Let's see Let's see if it lives up.
The gender,
Okay,
the gender
Pokemon
dog
versus
versus the
one again. It's gonna
genderless.
be good. I remember this episode being
Let's
pretty decent
switch.
when I saw this a while back.
In case you're wondering where the sprite comes from for Renamon, that's
Battle
Digimon
Spirits.
Battle Spirit.
Yeah, the
Game Boy
DBA
Advance
game.
Crusade
Yeah.
Sprite. Smash
I
Crusade.
think I have that one.
Hey,
I actually do too.
Shh.
I have a bunch of Game Boy Advance games I
you
haven't.
don't belong here. Leave.
Ah,
or
ROM,
I'll
a lot of
leave.
ROMs.
Picked a couple
Okay,
of
why-
on sale, and then a couple
On
of-
Lucario isn't doing anything wrong. He's just meditating. Oh, come on, you
Ooh,
should be able to
I
keep
like
up
the
with that
sense-
easily.
I like the sense of speed.
Look at this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Seriously, Renamon should have easily been able
Also,
to keep up
the
with
setting
that.
is really cool too, with being in a ruin too. That adds a lot of.
Yeah. Oh.
This is better than the open fields that some of these-
Oh my God, she's a Marvel Capcom character now. But jokes from
that's
her.
so
He was
good.
in Smash Brothers.
Oh shit. He's got a small smash already.
That
The aura is with
Ah.
me. Oh, she's getting her inner Chun-Li in here.
Don't bother getting up. Time in store.
Right, I think it's gonna lay down just for you to go.
Mega Evolve or some shit. Come on.
up, Lucario just pulled the move out of his ass.
Wait, he can't do that.
Cross-breeding
Oh.
Pokemon with a Pokemon.
Shut the fuck up.
No,
Alex.
stop.
Shit.
Yes, you can. You
Oh. Oh.
Okay.
That was
No.
lame.
No. It turned.
That's how it ends?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
This version of the Fox and the Hound.
I'm just looking around like, what?
Are you serious? That's not
Zero.
fair.
Yeah,
that was
Come
lame.
on.
A lot of advantages throughout the fight, but so
Like,
did Renamon.
the fight could have
Let's
lasted
watch-
so much longer.
No, let's watch-
This is
let's
like
watch the results.
Shazam and Captain Marvel, or like Ichigo versus Naruto all over again.
It was going great,
No big
and
deal
then it
though.
stopped.
Lucario wasn't totally outpaced, so his
Out
aura
of
let his
nowhere.
sense predict Renamon's moves to make up for the lower speed.
Especially since Lucario's much wider arsenal helped it adapt as
The
the fight went
suddenness of
on.
the death was
Unlike
lame, but the
Renamon's
death
limited
itself,
options.
I
And while
have to
their
defend.
durability was pretty
Yeah,
similar,
we'll get to
Lucario
that.
was the only one with self-healing and stat-boosting abilities.
He didn't even
But
use
most of
Sword
all,
Dance in
Lucario
Swords Dance in
was
that
way more
instance.
powerful.
Lucario broke these metal claws with the bone.
Yeah, well,
They
RoboCop
were
didn't
likely
use his
made of
terminal strip
construction-grade
either. If you
steel,
didn't hear
which
people,
means in order to
go on about
fracture it,
that.
Lucario must have hit with a
After a
force of
while.
at least 56,000 pounds per square inch. Comparing this to Renamon's 6,000 psi.
Oh,
for
yeah,
breaking
they
an
compare
ice
that,
wall,
yeah.
It's a very clear difference.
And
What
as
the
a
hell are those
glass
lanky
cannon, it's
arms?
unlikely Renamon could have dragged the fight out until Lucario became overexerted.
Ultimately, it was a well-matched
Were you on
battle, but
Gizmo?
Lucario's superior strength and arsenal gave a much-needed
Oh yeah,
advantage.
if you're gonna go at me with Digimon or genderless bullshit, why is one
The
of
winner
the
is King Kai.
Woman? Including got titties.
Okay, so I have to say,
All right, yeah,
I don't-
Alex, go
I don't
first.
disagree with how this ended. I don't disagree with really anything about it except for the fact that it was truncated. I'll put it at yeah, below.
So that's
I
Captain
was just putting there as a
Marvel versus Captain
placeholder, but
Marvel.
yeah.
I just put it at
Um,
it was fine. Like
All right.
it was like the fight could have been dragged out a bit longer, and it's weird
Yeah.
when 1 minute melee had a much longer fight than this one.
Yeah.
No, they technically didn't, but I mean, okay.
Yeah.
let
They
me
had
give my
better
opinion.
fight
hang on.
choreography at the very least.
Yes, that's a good way of saying it. It wasn't longer, but it had better fight choreography. But my opinion, it had a great sense of speed. The action was great. I love the death, but my God, it's shorter than Captain Marvel versus Shazam. How? Why? Like,
Captain
I
versus
love
Carol
the
Danvers.
animation, but again, like it's so fucking short. It's almost a crime. Like if it was like 1 or 2 minutes longer, then that's absolutely justifiable. Even 1 minute longer would have sufficed. But it just didn't feel like they used these characters at their fullest potential. Outside the evolutions, if they use those, Lucario just gets completely stomped on. I agree with the research. I think it's done well. I'll put it pretty damn good right under Captain Marvel because at the very least that was longer. Gizmo, you're up. Gizmo?
Yep. Yeah, I don't disagree that it's pretty damn good, but I think it would at least be just a little bit higher than Captain Marvel versus Ms. Marvel. I refuse to call by its original name. Get fucked. Yeah, I have to agree. It could have been longer. The fight could have been longer. The fight should have been longer. The analysis was great. I love the little joke with Renamon. I love that the fight was really fucking fast. While I don't like that the death was very, very abrupt and out of nowhere, I have to defend the death itself.
Yeah.
You know, like at first it's like, okay, yeah, you stab her in the neck, whatever. But having her slide down that pole, having her like choke, like
having her sliding down a pole. Oh,
having her neck slide down that pole while she's getting choked to death. You see the blood like lightning smearing.
Phrasing.
Hey, it's not my fault. Digimon fans are horny, but you know what? You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like it could have been just stabbing the neck. It could have been just stabbed in the neck. The end, right? But no, they just they stabbed her in the neck in midair, having her slide down that pole, blood like just slowly covering it while she's choking to death, like until
there's like this
all
gargling noise. It's terrifying.
It's like, dude, that death. It's the little touches to that death that makes it better. But I'm not gonna say that it's better than say Ichigo versus Naruto's or Samus versus Boba Fett's or even Shredder versus Silver Samurai for that matter. It's a great death, but it obviously not saving it. So that's why I would put it in pretty damn good, slightly just above Ms. Marvel versus Captain Marvel.
All right,
and again,
RGS, it's your turn.
And again, fuck you. I'm not gonna say the actual title. Get fucked.
Yes. All right, RGS, your turn.
I mean, I also agree. I thought the death was fine, but it ultimately did come as an issue with length. Because you couldn't have things be too short or too long. I think the point of having it be fast was because it accentuates the speed of both Renamon and Lucario. But the issue is with both of them, they still needed a little bit more of a minute to kind of draw it out a bit. Also, an issue I find is that they're using the dub name as I think Kevin had mentioned before, where it was called Diamond Storm in the dub. It's called Foxleaf Storm in
it's
the
Foxleaf
Japanese.
Arrowhead.
Right.
Foxleaf Arrowhead. Thank you. Right. So they use the comparison to like ice and diamonds and stuff when really it just kind of feels like they kind of pulled that to try to have some form of statistic for Renamon. It wouldn't have added too much, but it still just does kind of feel like that's a bit contentious.
Yeah.
The usage of the sprites is fine. The posing's really nice. Like with most death battles, they actually made sure that they attacked and react accordingly. It's all right. It's not pretty damn good, but it's not. It was fine. Yeah, it's more kind of in the middle of pretty damn good.
Yeah. Seamus, let's see what you have to say.
All right. Again, I'm kind of biased because I always like the Pokemon Digimon matchup. I always have, and I always will. Honestly, but unlike some episodes that should be placed higher than some furry and some time traveling wannabe, I won't. This one was not okay. I can't believe I said that, but anyways, this is not. This is not as in that level, unfortunately. A lot of it comes down to being very, very anticlimactic, but I will say that the animation side and the actual location were done well. And hey, it was like it ended well, but it ended too soon. Research was done decently well on both sides, but I would have to agree it's pretty damn good. But it is underneath Captain Marvel and Shazam for the reasons that it was shorter and it didn't feel as earned.
Yeah.
For me.
All right, so that's 3 votes for under Captain Marvel. I think RGS said the middle of pretty damn good. I think Gizmo said a kind of the same. And Kevin was 1, it was fine. So I think, we got the 3 votes for here. So yeah, spin the fucking wheel.
All right, let's see what we got this time.
Spin the wheel.
Spin.
Wait, what we gotta get? Oh, okay.
Son of a bitch.
Our first live action death battle.
The live
Oh,
action
yes.
one.
It's the best one too, surprisingly. Okay, let me just find this episode, season 7. There it is. Let me get the stream up.
Not that there's much competition. There's literally 2 of them.
Yeah, but I mean, it's what counts, right?
I still think that they should have done Jason versus
Oh,
Michael in
spoilers.
live action.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Yeah, no, I agree. That would have been good as live action, honestly, considering
to
they
be
were
fair,
live
though,
action
it's-
characters.
Yeah, to be fair, it's really expensive to do live action, so I can kind of excuse it if they do 3D instead, which they did. We'll get to that, though. We'll get to that.
Dimension Dino on DeviantArt did a better choreographed fight between the Winter Soldier and Red Hood.
What?
There's a user on DeviantArt named Dimension Dino who did this death all written, and of course, and he wrote a better choreographed fight between these two.
Live action's is a much different beast, if we're being honest. We'll get to that though.
Sadly, this is a more dignified appearance of Jason Todd than Titans.
Patriotic did their part, including one James
Fuck
Buchanan
Batman.
Barnes, known by his friends as
Bucky, you were once a young, impressionable child who is actually quite the assassin.
No.
And that combo
No,
served
it's
well
in the
US
comics. Like
military.
he was marketed as like this young, impressionable little sidekick to Captain America, but is also actually has a very dark side to him. In the MCU, which is actually an improvement on Bucky's character. Bucky was besties with Steve Rogers. And well, you know,
Kid's sidekick wasn't a whole year older.
Golly, gee whiz, golly! I never thought like, that it was the 40s, all right, with that dialogue like that.
The duo
Yep.
seemed to
Gee
be
Willikers, Rex, a clue.
until
Wolf.
You know what's funny about
When they
Bucky
left
though?
after
You'll never
going to
see
catch
anybody
Nazi
dressed up
scientist
as Bucky
Baron
nowadays,
Zemo.
but you'll see everyone dressed up as Winter
He
Soldier.
was able to grab onto the plane while Cap fell into the ocean to nab his last diving merit badge. Get it? Because
I
he's
think
a
that's
Boy
from
Scout.
Man Out of Time.
Unfortunately for Bucky,
Yeah, that's
the
from Man
plane
Out of
was
Time.
booby-trapped and exploded.
That's from before
It
Mark
appeared
Wade
as
was
though the
shit.
captain's loyal sidekick
Oh look!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But the ones we love in comic books never truly leave us.
Sometime
No
after
one's
the
ever
war,
really
a
gone.
Russian submarine discovered
Yeah.
Bucky's body.
See you later.
Yeah, and then the
Hey,
Soviets
survivor
turned.
being exploded.
And unlike in the MCU, it was the Soviets who found Bucky, not on Hydra. Because that explains why he has the one star on his arm.
As the ultimate
Yeah.
assassin. And after they revived and
'Cause,
brainwashed him, they outfitted him with a shiny
so
new
it
bionic arm.
it kind of loses a bit of meaning when it's Hydra who finds Bucky,
Along with
as
this
opposed
persona,
to,
the Winter Soldier sported a sundry of skills
as
throughout
opposed
his
to the
career that made him a
Soviets.
killing
So
machine.
In his
For
30s.
starters, he was
this is kind of
injected with the
bizarre.
Infinity
Wouldn't you
formula.
agree, Alex?
Permanently increased his physical ability to an enhanced.
Like there are things about
This made him
there's-
quite the
there are things
formidable
about
foe
the
even for Captain
MCU
America.
that are objectively
A
better
foe
than the
who
comics.
seemingly abandoned the values
Ex-
the duo
Cap's
previously
origin
shared.
story being one of them.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, go back. Go back. Go
No.
back to when
His advanced strength and speed, coupled
I don't
with
wanna
his
go
knowledge of
back.
various fighting
He
styles
did like
made
a
Fro
Marvel
to go back.
he did
Yeah.
an outright
This
Marvel
made him
versus
quite the
Capcom move
formidable
right
foe
there.
even
Look,
for
look, you'll
Captain
see it.
America. A foe who
Right
seemingly abandoned
about
the values the duo previously
there.
shared.
Yeah, that.
What is that
First
shit?
Mightiest Heroes, isn't it?
Close quarters combat
Yeah.
to an impressive
First Mightiest Heroes, one of the best Avengers
Now,
shows
Alex,
since it got canceled.
Like, how do you feel? Do you feel that the MCU handled Steve Rogers' origin story
Anyone
better
other
than the
Winter
comics?
Soldier tries to use
Yes,
his
because
firearms,
the-
they will
The
self-destruct.
comics just
He
kind of
also
have
wields a
him
katana, throwing
doing
knives,
things
pretty much whatever
randomly.
comes in the welcome bag
There's
of
not really a
Assassin
whole
Con.
lot
Always a
of mission
good time
or
at
drive.
ASCON.
It's just kind of a.
But we can't forget his
Part
most
of that does
iconic
come
piece,
from the fact that
the
they were
arm.
written
Well,
during the time,
definitely
so
the
they
coolest metal arm I've ever
couldn't
seen.
really
What about
have
mine?
them
I made it
doing
myself.
anything that would
Come on,
affect
Wiz, look at that thing.
reality.
It's a super buff.
Be back.
Plus it's got
Yeah.
a flamethrower, a retractable blade.
Kinda like
it can emit
how- like
electric
in,
charges, and it's so strong. Knives
in the old
break on
DC
impact.
comics and
It's not about the
the
size of the arm. It's how you
novel,
use it.
actually, Superman was
Sure,
like
it's
and
strong,
in the
but it's not
cartoons and
indestructible.
stuff,
It's
Superman
been
was like
torn up by a
doing
vibranium
stuff
sword.
in World War II, but he never
I
actually
thought
like
the arm was
did
made of
anything that would have
vibranium.
ended the
You're
war,
thinking of the
even though he
movies.
could have.
In the comics, Bucky did not receive
Except for
a
the fact that there
vibranium
was
arm
that
birthday
one
present
comic
from
where
T'Challa.
Superman actually
Canonically,
ended
his
World
arm is
War,
made up of strong
II
but
by
unspecified
like
Yeah.
rounding up
likely a form of
all of the
titanium alloy,
leaders
similar to
of
the
the
Iron Man
various
suit.
Even
his
without
enemy
vibranium,
factions
it's
and
tough
taking
to
them to
keep
the
up with
United
Bucky.
Nations for
He took a
prosecution.
direct shot from Iron
That was
Man's
kind of
repulsor
funny.
blast, which was strong enough
Yeah.
to tear through a
Yeah,
So like
helicopter
Stockman's
moments
arrow
later.
in
And consider the
midair.
heroes
And I
who
said,
Wow.
I
Wolverine,
once said to
Daredevil,
somebody,
Iron Man, and
it would be
obviously
nice if
Captain
something
America.
like that would happen in
It's a
real life.
shame
And
Bucky
then
and
the
Cap were
person
on for
said,
so long.
oh,
They
you know
should've just
Superman
knocked
isn't
him on the
real,
head
right?
real
It's like,
good.
yeah, that's why I
the
said I wish
scientific
something
way to
like
get
that would
people to
happen in
remember
real
who they are, right?
Or you can use a cosmic cube to rewrite their memories. That's what Captain America
don't
did to
know
save
what
Bucky.
that guy was
Who
smoking.
was so
but
pissed off? He just straight
Oh,
up
and
the cube
He just
with his
destroyed the
entire
cosmic cube in his
bionic
hand.
While this brought him back, Bucky wasn't the same man who went into those icy waters. His remorse
I will
for his
say
crimes
the
was
MCU
tough
movie is
to
one of the
overcome.
best
He would always wonder
that
if he's
Marvel's
done
ever
enough
made.
good to finally
Yeah, and then of
redeem
course they had to
himself.
fuck up Buck.
Thankfully, it was
But then they had to make
everything he
they had to
learned
turn
from
Bucky
his
into a
hero,
total
Steve.
bitch in
Bucky
his own
returned
show.
to fighting for
Yeah,
justice,
fuck the
and
show.
even took up the shield
The
himself
show
for a
never
while.
happened.
Proving that, despite his sordid past, Bucky's persistence and resilience makes him a hero in his own right.
You know the show is bad when the villain is the most likable character in the show.
Zemo.
I just find the
And,
villain very
US
like
agent,
whatever I
US
do.
agent.
Who immediately comes to mind?
Oh yeah, US
Sure.
agent was fine.
It's you.
Yeah.
No, Robin.
Call him the
boy
villain
wonder,
of that
Batman's
show.
iconic crime
I
fighting
mean,
partner.
the
Oh,
Disney
Teen
treated him as a
Titans, Robin.
villain.
Too bad
I know.
the Cape Crusader's
I
sidecar
know.
has been a revolving door of orphans and acrobats.
Not including alternate
Actually, one of
universes
them
and what
is
if stories,
biologically related
Batman
to
has taken
Bruce.
5 different
Yep.
Robins under his bat wing. Some moved on to pursue a superhero career of their own.
Nightwing.
Others didn't turn out so lucky.
Hi,
Aw.
Jason.
Todd. This poor
Why
did
did he
he
decide to put a teenager in tights?
and beat him to death with it.
Jason grew up on the streets of Gotham, getting by through a life
Does
of
Batman
petty
have
crime
issues?
until
Actually,
eventually
stupid question.
running
Of
into
course
the
he
Batman
does.
himself.
By
Man
Cropping.
dresses up like a
rims
bat.
off
Of course
the
he has
Batmobile.
issues.
This kid's got some serious balls. I
I'm surprised Seamus is so quiet.
It's because I'm tired. It's 2 a.m. Damn it! I'm probably gonna head off after this. I'm so tired.
That's fair.
Hello, so tired. Name's Kevin. Nice to meet you.
And also because another goddamn
He had
like,
a 12-year-old suit
a good one, but
Yes, he really was 12.
Yikes. Well, creepy child abducting habits aside,
Confirmed
let's
kill
hope
count
we can
83
get
as of
the
July
Child
21st.
abducting. Bruce didn't abduct him. He literally he said, "Hey, why don't you come with me? Hey, I'll help
Jason
you."
wasn't exactly an extraordinary
Yeah.
Robin. And
Yeah,
the
he was an
fans saw it
orphan.
too.
He was an
In
orphan,
unprecedented
and
move,
and,
DC
and
asked
Bruce
their
took him
readers
in to
vote
save
on
him
whether
from
or
his
not
orphaned
Jason Todd
life.
would live
You know,
or
speaking of
die.
great comic book movies, Under the Red
I
Hood was
hate it.
fantastic.
Yes, it was.
It was phenomenal.
No.
Gruesome death that will lead to some serious
Put it off,
mental
please.
Look, Alex, just because you
Joker
don't like,
performance was awful in that movie.
yeah, just because you
No.
don't like the Joker doesn't mean the rest of the movie wasn't good.
Oh, look.
Oh, come on!
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
love-
that happened.
Yeah.
I'm back.
That fucking happened.
Oh, I love the fact that they didn't just bring him back to life. Like, oh, I woke up with amnesia. And like, no, they forced him to come back to life, literally in the story.
Twice. One with Superman's dimensional punch and the other with the Lazar pit. He shall never stay dead peacefully. He must always come back. I love the Red Hood design, by the way.
Yeah, this is when Jason's character really started to become liked by the fans.
Yeah.
But I can't forgive Bruce. Is why he's still alive.
The fans killing off Jason was the best thing to ever happen to Jason.
Oh yeah.
How ironic.
For a raging psychopath, he's not exactly wrong.
Jensen Ackles' performance as Jason was really good.
One of the best.
Yeah, in the Tomorrowverse.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Red Hood performance had no business being that good in such a story
Yeah.
that's that wacky. Hey, look,
Yeah.
badass.
In addition to Red Hood's
Yeah,
wide array of
Ackles is
skills,
And they
a
didn't get
really
him
good
back for
actor.
the Death in the
Most
Family
obviously,
movie, did
his
they?
armored cowl.
No.
Provides him with sturdy
No.
protection. The sensors
I
within
want to
also
mention
allow
that
him
they
to
made
scan
a
his surrounding area,
semi-sequel to Under the Red
neutralizing
Hood,
any
which was
potential stealth threats.
this big
Plus, the
interactive
Hood
movie
can
that
also
was based
Death
off
in the
the
Family.
Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't get him
Wait.
back for that.
They didn't
Vincent
get him back.
Martella had to.
Fucking- No, that's bullshit. They didn't even. Fuck off.
Yeah, they had Vincent Martella voice all variations of Jason in that.
Pain.
His animation in Injustice 2 is really weird. I have
Yeah.
I've seen people in like movies, shows, cartoons, anime do like backward hand throws of like shurikens and knives. That is the most awkward I've ever seen anyone do it.
Yeah, that's something that's notable about the
Hey, it's the
Injustice
robot that we all
series.
know.
Hi, dummy.
Hi, dummy.
Hey, dummy.
So, are we all looking forward to seeing the Lich King get stomped by Sauron?
Yes.
Don't jinx it.
No, hold on. No, the Lich King's gonna stomp him.
Oh, he just drank it! Oh my god!
Was that venom he just swallowed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you drink it?
Oh!
It's boomstick.
Yeah, it's boomstick.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Alex would do the same.
Break the grip of Supergirl.
Oh,
I
nice.
have drank,
To be
I
fair-
have drank through a whole tub of Compound V. So.
Idiots.
So, to be fair on that instance where...
Tattoos look stupid.
Anyway, to be fair on that instance where Jason was able to get out of the grasp of Supergirl, she wasn't really holding him firmly enough. Because even with Venom, he would not... And plus, she wasn't expecting that.
To be fair, they addressed this later. Yeah, they addressed this later, but we'll get to that.
Because if she held on firmly, he would not be able to get out, even with the Venom enhancement.
Supergirl to hold on to me firmly.
Wouldn't.
Shut up, Alex.
I'm more of a Power Girl guy myself.
See, that's less awkward, the way he threw his shuriken there.
He ultimately decided to be a hero again, albeit a very conflicted one.
Jason and Damian end up getting into some fights every so often in the Rebirth comics.
I don't know.
Why is his torso
The
so
roller
long
coaster
in
of
that
Red
shot?
Hood's crime-fighting career
don't.
has, at best,
Under the Red
landed
Hood's so
himself in that
good.
anti-hero sweet spot. And at worst,
Alex, do you
made
feel
him a
based on
violent
how I've
vigilante who takes the law into his own hands.
pitched the upcoming Batman vs Ninja Turtles thing I'm working on? Do you feel that I've done Jason some form of justice?
We've run the data through all possibilities.
All right, animation time, or not animation, live action. Let's enjoy this.
All right, let's see what they got here.
Great death, but
All right, let's do it.
execution.
Oh, hey, camera.
It's me. What do you want, Bruce? 8 assassins from the League of Shadows were gunned down 2 miles from your current
I
location.
gotta admit, the Gotham Knights tech them was really impressive.
And if only this was the Gotham Knights tag camera.
If
As
only.
much as I'd love to take credit for that one, it wasn't me. Don't lie to me. It wasn't me, Bruce. But you know what?
You like the set,
This guy is not Jensen
I
Ackles.
believe there's a bit of evidence
No.
that demands my attention.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Pitch it down just a little bit. It's not that hard.
I love the setup. I love the camera work. I love this opening.
I mean, I would stop my vigilante duties for some Five Guys too. I can totally understand.
Yeah, hell yeah. Five Guys is pretty good.
I'm more of an internet guy.
Burgers and
Also,
fries.
let's not question the fact that he's in like the
Oh,
Five
shit.
Nights at Freddy's attraction building.
Why does he look like one of the Jonas Brothers?
Bro, don't go there.
To be fair, it's Jason Todd. He's always dead.
It's a Robin. They're gonna look like pretty boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Robins are a lot like Kamen Rider Heisei actors.
Oh my god, it's
Pretty
Ken
in their
Shiro.
teams.
Hi, Bucky.
Hey,
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Barnes.
Oh damn it! Oh damn it!
My hair used to be that long. My hair used to be that long. I think it was a little longer than that, actually.
Oh my god! I can't believe I'm fighting someone from Cobra. What?
I love this. Oh, it's so good. I love the music, by the way.
Yeah, this is actually really tense, unlike the Nightwing versus Daredevil one.
A reject Exo Squad character.
Wow.
That jacket, though.
You know what you could have done? Kept the fucking masks on them, guys. That way you don't have to highlight how one of them looks nothing like the actor he's supposed to be.
Yeah, you'd think they'd just keep the helmets on.
Ah!
Oh.
The way he uses arm as a shield, that's pretty good.
Come on, come on, Redhead! You have to hit those counter
Oh,
symbols.
that's
By the
good.
way, Oh.
I can't even imagine what would happen if they actually did get Jensen Ackles to portray Jason in here.
I love that.
Oh, watch.
There you go.
The effect looks good too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually looks pretty good.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay,
that's good.
Not that effect. Not that one.
That was great.
The glove looks kind of weird, but the effect on the arm looks good.
Yeah, it makes the hand look a little oversized. Come on.
And to be fair, this is actually a very even matchup
I
between
love that knife twirl.
trained martial arts.
I
So the
love
difference
that-
is one actually has more experience than the other.
Yeah. I love the camera work. It's so good.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
You can hear the gears literally shift.
Yeah.
Is that a Burgerang?
Yep.
You just
Watch
pissed
what
him
it
off,
does.
Wait
buddy.
a second, that's a vibranium arm. How is he doing that?
No, it's not. It's not vibranium, Alex.
said it
No,
wasn't.
that's only in the movies.
It was the more metallic arm that Tony was able to destroy in
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's
Civil
the
War.
original Winter Soldier arm.
Yeah. Oh.
They only made it vibranium in the Avengers movie.
well in Infinity War. Oh, crowbar.
Oh,
This is a weird
oh,
bit.
right.
I'll
You got
admit.
beat to death
Like
with a
this.
crowbar.
Oh no, he's getting like PTSD.
I mean, it's a crowbar. I mean, that's what he got beat to death with.
Yeah.
That fits. But is anyone kind of questioning why there's a crowbar in the kitchen and not, say, I don't know, the manager's office?
Oh.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's brutal.
This guy looks like Danny Sexbang took steroids.
Danny Sex.
That's badass.
Wait, did that arm just turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the
It's
way?
like in Winter Soldier.
Oh, Venom.
Gotta
Yeah,
get myself
I'm
the
not
game
the way
review.
that- I'm not
I've
a
got-
fan of the way that looks. Oh, he's on the juice. He's on that ooze.
He's talking about
Jason's
kick your.
starting to look- Jason's starting to look like his older brother's arch nemesis.
Oh, it's so cool. I love it.
He's more
Blade.
Super Shredder than Super Shredder.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a natural size difference between the two now.
Oh, that was a nice little touch. I'm thinking that. That's cool.
I love it. I do love that they added a little extra. It looks like they added a little extra padding to make it look like the armor doesn't fit him.
Yeah. He also looks bigger, like more imposing.
Bucky,
Which is
can you
great.
maybe try and sound a bit more manly?
Break the gun. Break the gun.
Because he doesn't actually. Keep in mind, he doesn't actually know about the failsafe. Remember?
Oh.
He took Venom, so that would. Yeah,
Oh.
lame. Lame.
Oh.
Lame.
Hold the mask off.
No.
Agent Barnes. Target eliminated.
You should have shaved that off at least.
Good Jesus fucking Christ.
You could have at least shaved, bro.
Problem with both of these live action death battles, they don't have good endings.
We'll get
Yeah.
no.
No,
we'll
this
get that.
had a potential for a good death. It's just the execution
These
is
two were
shit.
quite evenly
I'll talk about it
We'll
when we
get-
get.
we'll talk about it when we get there.
And an unparalleled drive to win.
They even had almost identical speed and reactionary feats, and Jason definitely
But
had
can
better
Bucky
stealth
see
skills.
faster?
However, Bucky Barnes earned the edge
off.
in almost every other way.
He's a super soldier, of course he can.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Batman and
Bucky is
assassin,
avenging
but
his
Quinty
best
had
friend
decades
here.
of training on him
Oh,
with
but
commandos,
can he
Yeah.
see
Captain
faster?
Sidepiece, an emo assassin, and even has Captain America himself.
The Winter Soldier also had an edge in defense. His metal arm was able to shatter a knife on impact, but when Red Hood took a similar hit, his helmet cracked.
Red really
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have any way to stop that arm for good, or Bucky's superhumanness. Sure, using Venom could even the playing field for a short time, but a brief power-up is nothing compared to a metal arm
Venom
and
is
the
only like a
permanent
brief
Infinity
power-up compared
formula.
to like
And
the
don't take
actual
Jason
Super
breaking
Soldier Serum,
Supergirl's
which,
grip
you
out of
know,
context. He
permanently
wasn't
enhanced
expecting the
Bucky.
Venom, and they weren't even fighting in the first place. It's interesting, but not nearly as noteworthy as
Yeah,
it
I think people are gonna
And
figure
he
that
also
out.
has the ability to recover more thanks to the Infinity Formula.
Okay, who would you? Okay, so guys, who would you rather take Death by Snoo Snoo from? Supergirl or Rogue?
Survivability and
Supergirl.
consistent strength
Supergirl. I could
Rogue.
probably survive that.
Oh no, you cannot.
No. The whole point is Death
Winner
by Snoo
is
Snoo.
Sebastian Stan.
Okay, so I'm probably going to enjoy the Supergirl one more because I'm not going to have my life force sucked out.
It's called a condom.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, you go first. What's your opinion?
Okay.
Where would you put it?
Yeah, but here's the
this
thing,
is-
Gizmo. It doesn't matter either way. Hey, it's Death by Snoo Snoo, as in you
the
die.
wetsuit.
No,
Okay,
guys,
this
we
is-
need to get on with this.
Yes.
This is a good fight. They needed to keep Winter Soldier's mask on a lot more. They needed to get a fucking voice double for Jason Todd. Other than that, the ending was fucking awful. I don't disagree with the winner. I disagree with how they did it. They should have had Bucky rip Jason's mask off. It should have gone on for a little while longer. The Venom should have started wearing off, and Bucky should have gone like, you know, full on Sub-Zero and ripped his spine out, you know? Other than that, you know, I'm all right. It was fine. It's nothing.
I'd say the same thing. It was
terrible.
it was fine, and for what it was, still actually the better of the two live action death battles. Again, we'll get to Nightwing versus Daredevil when that comes
I'm
up.
personally gonna put this above the Ninja Turtles fight.
My turn. My turn, because I'm gonna defend this. Because here's the thing, like with live action fights, they are absurdly more expensive than like even 2D animation. Right? There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, like the planning, the choreography, and so on and so on and so forth. The Nightwing versus Daredevil suffered because it looked like the two were trying not to hurt each other. And that was a major issue with that fight. It looked like they were genuinely trying to murder each other. And I really like that. The fighting is vastly improved over Nightwing versus Daredevil. Not to say that one was bad. I thought that was pretty good. But this is like a whole other level. The issue, I didn't really have much of an issue with the voices. I don't mind that. But it is the face. It is the face, at least for Winter Soldier. They should have kept this face in for a lot more. Then we get to the death. And is it bad? I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. It is live action. I do understand that limitation they have, and I have no doubt that they wanted to do something more brutal, but you know, budget limitations, they couldn't do it. I mean, again, it does hurt it a bit, but I do understand why they did it the way they did. I do kind of understand. I would, and with that in mind, also the research was great too. But outside of that, if I were to rank it, it's either going to be at worthy depth above Naruto versus Ichigo or the top of pretty damn good. That's my ranking for it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Gizmo?
mention this. It should have ended. If you don't want to do the spine rip thing, you know how it should have ended. Should have taken a Bucky should have had like a disc-shaped metal object, and he should have shoved that between Jason's neck and his head. That would have been cool.
All right, Gizmo, your turn.
Yeah. First of all, I think it was. I don't know. I'm struggling to say it was it was fine, right above Wonder Woman versus She-Ra, or it's pretty damn good, right under Renamon versus Lucario, because it really the analysis really does do the characters justice. You know, despite missing one or two things, but you know, a lot of time has passed already, so it doesn't really matter. But the live action stuff, though, you know, they could have at least made that metallic mask that he had in the comics, or at least the domino mask he had in the comics. One or the other would have been fine, but he had that cloth mask he kept on removing. They could have if anything, the little things do keep it from getting any lower, like how he ripped the sleeve off to reveal his metal to reveal Winter Soldier's metal arm, the crowbar beating, how Red Hood vanishes and reappears. But yeah, yeah, the description of the saying that it looks like they're just trying not to hurt each other, that's accurate because I am rarely seeing any defensive moves. I'm seeing a lot of defensive and dodging. I'm rarely see any offensive moves land. And I gotta say, I love the idea of the death. I love the idea of the death, like grabbing his helmet and crushing it until like the pieces get into his skull. I know where they were going with that, but it just looks like it looks so weak to me, man. It's just they could have it could have been and it didn't make sense the way they pulled it off either. Like he's doing it in the middle of the room, putting his hand on his head, and then boom, that's it. No, and with the way his helmet's built, it would have made more sense if he pinned him against the wall and crushed his helmet slowly. Like you see his fingers dig deep, like the pieces.
Oh yeah,
the pieces.
They also should have had.
Yeah,
something like that would have made more sense. Like if they concentrated, like maybe if like 30 seconds more of like just showing him getting pinned and the helmet crushing around his skull slowly or something like that, I think it would have been like a couple points higher. But no, it's just it's really, if it had to be and it was fine, I would put it above the Ninja Turtles. But if I was able to put in pretty damn good, right below Renamon versus Lucario.
All right, RGS, your turn.
I would agree with the thing about the deaths. I think also a way to kind of pull it off is that you actually have Red Hood struggle a bit because getting your skull caved in, you would have to you start like slamming the fucking metal arm, even if it wouldn't do any good. The issue really is Ben, I think, are being too forgiving to it. Well, yes, the choreography was very good. It does suffer from a lot of the kind of egregious things that you don't really have with sprite animation, which is convenient placement with things like crowbar and such. An issue as well is admittedly the face and the voices. It's understandable that they aren't the biggest issue because ultimately you get what you have, but unfortunately it is clearly a case where maybe they should have either left this for sprite or they really should have gotten the budget to get more appropriate casting. Otherwise, the choreography was fine. It was very good. I liked the moment when Red Hood did a genuinely impressive flip, because that is genuinely impressive, even if it took multiple tries to do that. I would agree that it would be in. It was fine, but I think I would put it above She-Ra versus Wonder Woman because of the effort that was put into it. But ultimately, effort doesn't really save it from having a really iffy death, which, as we mentioned before, should have had more effort, should have had more build up to it. If you don't want to go the full head crushing, you still want to give it that minimalist value, you should still draw it out by like pinning them against the wall or like prolonging the crushing.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what does the next guy have to say?
Seamus, your turn.
Well, they saved the best for last for a reason, don't they, lads? Yes. Anyways,
Yes.
wow, that sounded a bit narcissistic. But aside from that,
I was gonna say passive aggressive, but yeah.
I can promise you, I'm not like that all the time. But okay, I will say that as someone who has actually had filming experience in the past, trying to coordinate something like that would not be a simple thing to do, especially considering the large amount of differing lighting environments, the locations they had to kind of work around that. Trying to light balance this thing would have been a freaking nightmare, I would imagine. But that's technical. But that's like technicals, really. And I personally think the whole mask thing with the Winter Soldiers is really kind of a nitpick, to be honest with you. And it's more kind of like in tune with some other versions of the Winter Soldier, whereas this one's kind of be okay. Well, to call him Street is not really accurate because that's not in his character. But the actual choreography of was very impressive. Like something you would have seen out of like a modern martial arts film in some sense, with some gun kata in there for good measure. And some of the choreography when Red Hood had the venom was actually legitimately impressive. How they were able to kind of work around. There's probably a lot of wire work to make some of the ragdoll-esque physics for Bucky work as well as they did. But as much as I was enjoying it and like the writing was pretty like fun at times, the ending kills it. The ending is as anticlimactic as some of the other ones that we've seen. And I almost thought that he didn't die in the first place. He's just like, what
Yeah, I thought
happened
there was
there?
going to be more than that.
There should have been at least some struggle or a means that there was some pressure in that metallic arm, but there was like nothing of the sort. That ruins it because everything else about it is fine. If it wasn't for that, I would have put it in a worthy death. But unfortunately, because of that way it ended with such a strong start, I'm going to put it at the top of pretty darn good, or pretty damn good. Sorry.
Pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would agree with that score. Okay, so Gizmo voted for both. It was fine and pretty damn good. So let's see. Alex, Kevin, and RGS gave it. It was fine. Gizmo gave it both, and me and Seamus said pretty damn good. So, where did you want to put in pretty damn good, Gizmo?
Right below Renamon versus Lucario.
All right, so I wanted to vote both. Same with Seamus. So let's agree to put right in the middle here. Everyone in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Disagree.
put it
because
above
we
those two.
essentially would have agreed to put it in between pretty damn good or it was fine. So it would kind of go below Renamon.
Oh, so just say below. That's more votes for below. Alex, where'd you say you wanted to put?
You know what? It's fine where it is.
Same here. Let's move on.
You know what? Yeah, we'll keep it in the middle. I think it belongs there. It's at least longer. Spin!
So we got.
If it's my favorite episode, I'm gonna cry.
Oh my god! Wait! Oh!
Okay.
You know what?
Oh, here we go. I think that's
Alex.
I
I
actually.
mean,
I
as
want
much
you
as
to
as
promise
much as I'd like to
something real
fight
quick.
two giant
That I won't
like
complain too
monster
much at the
necks
ending.
fight each other, I'm gonna have
Try
to bow
not
and
to
closing off
scream
here.
about it until after the battle is done. Okay?
Need to find
'Cause
out.
I
what
had to do
season-
this twice.
Didn't the Power
I
Rangers
love
have like
this
one win
episode.
altogether?
I don't know.
They only have one win
Where-
as far as I know.
Oh, this is season 6. Yeah, season
Yeah.
6. There it is. I found it.
Like
All
I said,
right.
Alright, let's do it.
Dragonzord, the Megazord,
I'm
and
gonna bow out because I'm just drifting
All
off,
right.
and I don't think I can properly watch without like.
as far as I know, all the mechs lost and only
That's
one
fine,
won.
Seamus.
One.
Understandable.
Yeah. Hang on. You're good, Seamus. You have a wonderful night.
Thanks again for the invite, as always. You guys take care. I hope the
You
rest of
too.
the thing goes well.
Yeah, you take care, man.
You have a wonderful night.
Take
Bye
care.
bye. All right, let's do
this.
it now. It's gotta be a fun one.
Yeah, but I know someone's not going to be too happy about the results.
Whether they are benevolent deities or harbingers of doom.
Still an awesome episode.
dragons
Oh, this is also animated by
freaking
Torian, so we're in for a good ride.
Especially the robot kind, like the Dragonzord, piloted by the Green Power Ranger.
And Kiru, the dangerous and mysterious MechaGodzilla.
Godzilla.
Do you want to say that again?
Boomstick.
You want to have them say that again?
Their weapons, armor, and skills to
What?
find out who would win a
You
death
said
battle.
Kiryu wrong.
Kiryu.
After being stuck in a garbage can for 10,000
Ah, there
years,
she is.
the evil Rita Repulsa was understandably pretty pissed.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
So
I'll
she
be right back.
decided
You
to
continue
destroy
watching.
The world. Hey, I'd
You know,
be mad
it's-
too, but that's a hell of a
You know, it's weird knowing
So
that the
Earth's
actress
guardian
who
Zordon
voices
put a
Rita
plan
Repulsa
into
is
motion.
still dubbing
5
anime to
heroic
this
teenagers
day.
would defend the planet with their Dinozords. They were the
Barbara
Mighty
Goodson is the
Morphin
name of the
Power
actress.
Rangers.
You'd think about
Rest
the
in
kids
peace, the
spandex
original
would have
actress
a
who
tough
played
time
Rita,
fighting an ancient witch, but
as in
they
the
got
Japanese
used to taking
one.
out her weekly monsters pretty quick, like a normal 9 to
No,
5.
Goldar is not
Giant
too happy
robots.
about this.
But Rita had a plan. If her
Oh,
creatures
stop
could not
punching
defeat the
Goldar
heroes,
in the
she would
face.
create her own ranger.
Get
The
it
Green
back to
Ranger,
world.
along with his robo-reptile, the Dragon.
Just because you're a pig.
And try not to pay any attention to the fact that the flute sounds like a trumpet, and he is somehow able to play
At
it through
90
his
meters
helmet.
tall and nearly
That's the one
200
thing you
tons,
question
the
with the
Dragonzord
whole
proved a match
series.
for the other
One
Ranger.
thing that was
Even
like
their
3
Megazords.
things.
Dragonzord's got a heavy-duty arsenal, like finger
I swear,
missiles. It's like
Tokusatsu
flicking
is
the gunk
just
from under your nails and
awesome.
wheels,
weird.
Endless
but it
supply
explodes.
of
Why do you have gunk
strange
under your
things.
fingers?
I'm back.
Yeah,
People.
so just to add to the strange
That
things,
fin
Turbo
isn't just a
wasn't
cool
isn't actually
headpiece.
Turbo
It shoots
in
energy
the
waves.
in
And if
Japan, and
Gizord
when I mean
feels
by that
like
is like
stomping
not the
around,
obvious like
watch out
like
for
Mighty
literally
Morphin Power
shocking
Rangers or somebody else in
earthquakes.
Japan. No, like
Despite
It had a
such
complete
Turbo-
weaponry,
yeah.
the Dragonzord
Yeah, so
still
Turbo was
suited to
supposed to be
fighting
like
Power
a-
Ranger was a
with strong
parody
grappling
show
arms
in
and
Japan.
highly flexible drill tail. This
And the
drill
Yeah,
is
Turbo
so
was-
impressive.
The first
it cut
episode
through
of
a
Car
concrete
Ranger
prison
starts
even the
out as
supposedly
cliched
superior
as you could
Megazord couldn't
possibly
escape.
imagine,
Yeah, that
and
thing's
then it
5
takes a
Zords in
sharp
one.
left
Guess teamwork
turn
doesn't always
and
make the dream
becomes
work.
something
The Dragonzord's
truly
pilot has even
special.
bested the other Rangers in combat.
Now,
on his own.
note-
Luckily, they
oh,
helped him
I
break free from
never-
Rita's control, and
that-
he eagerly
note
joined
that
their
I
fight
never-
against the forces of
or
evil.
what
This
watched
is
the
Tommy
OG
Oliver.
Power Ranger.
Just some rando off the
Ers-
street. This guy is an
Ers,
expert
I ended up
martial artist and super
watching
dedicated
the
to Ranger work. So
I watched.
much so,
I
he
grew up
kept
with
wearing
Wild
the
Force,
title for
and then
years
there's
and even
also
mentored
the
other teams. He summons and controls the Dragonzord
what
with the
was it?
Dragon Dagger by
And
playing it like a
as, in
flute.
regards to
Wait,
Kiryu, I have
are
never
all
seen in a
9
Godzilla movie
secretly flutes?
with
They've never,
Kiryu in it.
Not been flutes.
Oh my god,
I'm
really?
pretty sure Godzilla fought the Dragonzord in
Wait
the
a
comic
minute.
book.
Why didn't this come up in poultry science class?
Yeah.
Chickens don't
I
like music?
honestly, a lot
How
of my experience
stupid
with
do you
both just
think
comes
I
from
am?
me enjoying the
Chickens
Godzilla
love
video game
music.
and like other shit, and then
This is what they mean
obviously
by a
really like Power
short
Rangers.
As the Green Ranger,
Yeah, and-
Tommy draws
yeah,
power
Boomstick,
from a
note
spinning
that-
energy called the Morphin Grid.
His grid connection powers the
I gotta go,
Dragonzord,
guys.
too. He's a
It's time for me
super
to head
Uh,
out.
and a battery.
Alright.
Yeah, you have a
Like
good
most
night,
other
Gizmo.
Zords, enough
Flies
damage
tonight.
can disrupt the Dragonzord's connection to the
who's
Morphin Grid
next?
and take it down.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll see you guys later. Oh, and when you get to the ratings, this is on. This is on. It's time for Death Belt for me, but right below the Megazord versus Voltron.
Alright. I'll write
Bye.
that down.
Megazord was
Yep, I'll
strong
see you
enough
guys
to
later.
punch a 10,000
Alright, have a good
monster
one.
about
Yep,
40
you too.
meters
Thanks.
off the
I
Bye.
ground.
think that's
A punch
based
worth
on
90 million newtons of force.
The Big D can even fly past escape.
the
I
line
wrote
of,
down
like,
his
the
rating,
new
Big
anime
D.
characters
30
they
times
made.
the speed of
Mono,
The Dragonzord
how do
is
you
also
feel about the
extremely
Dragonzord?
durable, possibly more so than any other individual
I
sword
think
of
it
its
is a
generation.
perfectly
The
fine
Megazord
sword,
cuts
and
through
I
it
would have
into
wanted it as a
dismount,
toy
which
if I
shattered.
watched the
By
original
comparing the
Mighty
known
Morphin.
size of Dragonzord's foot
I
to
have
said
a legacy
mountain and applying the
Dragonzord.
energy
It is
necessary for
quite
violent
nice.
fragmentation against rock,
I love
we
this
determined
map.
the destructive force to be
I'm
You know
fucking
who's-
jealous, man.
You know who's also
350
down?
tons of TNT.
You know which animal is also
The
down
Big
here
Dragon
with
held
me?
its own against the upgraded
Doggy.
Thunder Megazord, and
I have a
even
golden
one-shot
retriever
the
that's
White
also
Tiger
down
Sword,
here.
which was
You got
supposed
two
to be
Oh my
superior in
goodness.
every way.
While it's unlikely
Nah,
the
only
Dragonzord
one
would
invading my
defeat
space. The other
the
is
Thunder
just
Megazord on its own, it
lying on the
suggests
couch.
a chance with its ultimate
I think this
form.
is
Yeah,
on the
It's
mobile
got a
game.
semi-Megazord mode.
Yeah, I
so
figured it was
Uh,
mobile.
there's some-
Power Ranger has
There's
their
some
own
footage
sword.
from that.
There's been a few times when a Ranger has called on
Yeah, the
other
mobile
Zords,
game has
not
gotten
to
a hell of a
pilot
lot more
directly,
love than
just to
Battle for the
combine
Grid
with
did.
their-
And so, Tommy can summon
Ooh,
Goldart,
Triceratops,
think this
saber-tooth
is
tiger
bullshit.
Zords to form Dragonzord fighting mode.
I love how
Or
Battle for the Grid
battle
actually
mode.
got
Or
Street
Dragon
Fighter
Megazord.
only
He
because they
never
kept
really settled
harassing
on a name.
Capcom about it. The
It's
fans did, I
mighty
mean.
powerful and turns
Awesome.
its tail into a drill spear
Yeah.
that kills basically everything in one
Can't
shot.
say
Mine
no
is the
to
drill that will
Andy.
pierce the heavens.
Never lost
Yeah,
a
the Battle for the
against
Grid
anything
game,
Rita
the
threw
story
at it.
mode was like
So,
a heavily
why don't they
truncated
always
version of
use
a
that?
much better
And Rita's
comic
magic
book.
is
So
devastating
if you're
enough to
interested in the
obliterate an
story mode,
entire
just
floating island.
watch-
Sadly,
read the
Tommy
fucking
would lose
comic.
his control of the
Wait, there's an
Dragonzord
actual
when he
comic
lost his
book?
powers
Yes.
to his one
The
weak
Mighty
I need to
Morphin
read
Power
that.
Rangers comic.
Candle.
It starts
I need to
off
read
with
it.
Go-Go
Look out
Power
for
Rangers
slowly
comics, and
dripping
then it leads into the
back.
Mighty Morphin Power
But
Rangers
powers
comic.
or no powers, Tommy kept
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally where Lord Draken came from.
Original morphin abilities
Ah,
with the Master Morph.
cool.
Perhaps one day, the Dragonzord.
I thought he was in the show too.
No, he was just in the comic.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They made a
I mean,
trailer for. I think it was a
The
trailer
year
for
was
the,
1954.
Yeah, it was just a trailer
Less
for
than
the
a
comic.
decade after
It
Japan was
live
bombarded
action,
with
and
the
it was
first
the best
atomic
piece of
weapons.
Power Rangers
The
material
nuclear
that they
age had
filmed
begun.
But
as
one
part
of these atomic weapons woke
anything
something up.
since a long
Godzilla!
time. I mean, like I'd say it was even better than the
This
movie.
ginormous radioactive
Yeah.
kaiju decimated Japan.
They,
Things look
I want to say the original. I want to say the original. I want to say the original Dragon Ball movie, Godzilla movie is a
Dr.
masterpiece.
Serizawa's bomb could specifically
Yeah.
target
Serizawa-
oxygen molecules, liquefying
You
most
haven't
living tissue.
seen the original
This weapon was so
Godzilla?
dangerous, Serizawa
Neither have
feared
I,
its
to be
very
fair.
existence
Oh my
threatened the
god, you
entire
guys! I need to
human
show you that
race.
movie. It's a masterpiece,
went down murder
genuinely.
style, taking
Yeah,
I
well,
think
we're
I
gonna have to
promised
wait
to watch
time
it, but not
after
through
that.
legal
All that
means.
remained was Godzilla's bones.
I think it's on
Probably for
HBO
the
Max.
best. Still, a weapon like that
We don't have
would come
HBO
in handy
Max.
when a few decades
I'll have
later,
to check.
another Godzilla
We'll have to
showed
watch
up.
that one day.
Surprise, bitches!
Turns
Be sure to
out,
invite
Japan
me
had
when
been
you
the
do,
target of
'cause I always
many
like
different
watching
types of
Oh
Godzilla.
weapons
god!
for
Oh
years, and had
goodness! If they
developed
ever
an
had Final
anti-monster
Wars
defense force to
Godzilla on
combat
here, let's just say,
hey,
they'd be we'd be in for a fun time.
Technically, they did with Godzilla vs. Gamera, but that's a different story.
Yeah, but
Like
that was
the
mostly
oxygen destroyer
composite.
before, Japan
Yeah.
needed a
Yeah.
new weapon to combat Godzilla.
Japan needed a new
They
weapon,
gathered
basically
their
a
foremost
robotic
experts in the
version
fields
of
robotics,
Godzilla controlled by
microwaves,
somebody in an
low-temperature
airplane.
physics, and someone whose work can only be
Genius!
described as cyber necromancy. Together, these
That's
leading scientists
retarded!
developed a revolutionary weapon.
When was
like
But
this
it's
film?
science.
What film is this?
This is the Millennium series, so 2000.
Sure, technically this isn't the
Yeah.
first
This
Mecha
is
Godzilla we've
Godzilla
seen, but it's
against
certainly the
MechaGodzilla,
deadliest
right?
and the most
I was
unique.
just about to
So
say,
much
this
so,
is
it
the
was
Against
given its
Godzilla,
own distinct
MechaGodzilla
name.
one.
Kiru, a combination of kanji meaning
Kiryu.
Yeah, he said it. Yeah, he said it wrong.
How is it that, Alex, how is it that both of us could understand and pronounce Japanese things better than these guys can?
Well,
Because they're probably reading it. They're reading it. To be fair, they're just reading it off the script. So
Yeah, but here's the thing, and you would need, I think a pronunciation guide would be very helpful with this.
Just like Zilla himself, Mecha G fires laser
Like,
beams
even I
from
could
his
say it.
mouth.
I'm
His
Scottish.
twin
Idiot.
maser cannon is twice as powerful as the maser guns that successfully killed other non-Godzilla giant monsters.
Kiru is certainly skilled in
Kiryu.
melee combat and is surprisingly
Kiryu.
athletic for its size.
you're gonna be stop correcting them, or
However,
we're
with
gonna
its
be here
enormous arsenal, it
literally
is
all
far
day
better
doing
suited
it.
to
At
long-range
least we're not
strikes.
pausing every time
Like
we
with
do.
its ultimate weapon,
Yeah.
the Absolute Zero Cannon.
Damn! So it's like a super ice beam?
As the name suggests,
I'm going to the
it
toilet.
unequivocally brings the target's
Evan,
temperature
keep
to
dragging
absolute
us.
zero, or 0 Kelvin.
Which was
But this beam
basically
isn't just
Mothra
freezing
versus
its
Bactra
target,
featuring
it's literally
Godzilla.
destroying all of its
My
first
first
energy
Godzilla-
at once.
Somehow
My
they
first
managed to
impossible
save the
feat of
Godzilla
physics.
franchise.
This results
I don't
in
know how.
crushing the entire target
What
Found
movie?
a way.
at an atomic
Godzilla versus
level.
Mothra.
Oh my god.
I like that one.
Zilla?
That was the.
Speaking of
the
which,
There's
Dynasty
two of
Kiru is
them.
actually
film.
built
Which
around the
one?
skeletal
The
remains
90s?
of the
Yeah.
original Godzilla,
That was okay.
giving
that
him
was
all the
awful.
size and strength of
Eh.
the king of the monsters.
So it's kind of like they're pulling off a robotic Weekend at Bernie's with old
Yeah, they brought,
Godzilla's
yeah, they
bones?
brought back, they used the
Amazing.
remains of the
Kiru also
Showa era
utilizes
Godzilla to
biochemical
make
and
this thing.
molecular-based DNA computers,
Which is
are
kind of
actually based on
badass, but
real-life
also
experimental
why?
technology. This infused
This is-
Godzilla's own
They
DNA to
literally
improve operating
reused
speeds
that
and give
plot
Kiru
point
subconscious
for-
motor control,
Or
sort of a simple AI,
Godzilla
which
versus
lets it
Kong
perform
when they
some limited
used
actions.
Yeah.
when they used
Exactly like
Kevin's
my own
head
Cyber Goose.
and for
With the
for
skeleton
powering
of a goose.
MechaGodzilla.
They
love
used
it.
your head.
Masterpiece of
No,
modern
that's the
science.
nickname they
Well,
gave
he's
to King
got
Ghidorah's
two
head.
heads now,
It's-
so do
it's-
we call
it's
him
a goose.
or a geese?
It's a goose. Just one goose.
But two heads make two goose, therefore a geese.
It's a goose.
Oh shit! Ah!
Oh yeah, this version's much better.
Kiru is piloted by Lieutenant Akane
I love
Ashura,
that.
a longtime member of the Anti-Megalosaurus Force, and your standard self-loathing anime.
She's
protagonist.
badass.
She thinks she's worthless because she has no parents and
Welcome back,
accidentally
RGS.
got some of her friends killed.
Yep.
So now nobody
Did
really
he
likes
keep
her,
saying it wrong?
which is
Mhm.
real bummer.
This is
But
the
hey,
post
cheer up,
Shinji
lady. You
Ikari
get to fight
era of
giant lizards with a
Godzilla.
big ass killer robot, and that's freaking awesome.
So
Akane doesn't
Ava was
technically
popular,
pilot
so they
from within
figured,
Kiru,
hey,
but
let's
rather
do
from a
that.
nearby jet
Only with
plane,
Godzilla.
The AC-3 White Heron, which can fly over 900
yeah.
kilometers per hour. Under Akane's control,
Well, 900
Kiru has battled
kilometers per hour is
Godzilla
a lot
several
slower
times
than I thought
and
it was.
always came out on top.
But plot twist.
That shot is
Akane isn't
straight out of the
Mechagodzilla's
Ava
only pilot.
show.
It turns out there's someone else behind the controls. A
Yeah, this is
ghost in the
also,
machine.
yeah, I feel like
It's the
that's also
spirit of
ripped
the
from
original
Ava.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Surprise again,
Where,
bitches.
you know how the,
Ghost robot.
how
The DNA mind of
Shinji and
Godzilla
Asuka's
can wrestle the
mothers
mech from
are
Akane at any
somehow
point,
inside
causing him to
the,
lose complete control.
yeah, part of the
Shinji's
Ava.
mom makes sense. How the
to
fuck
trash
was Oscar's
Japan
in there?
again. Always
Ask the people who
Though
wrote
it is
End of
strongly
Ava
implied
that
Akane and Kiryu
question.
came to an understanding of sorts.
I mean, to be honest, I
Realizing
don't want to ask
shadows of a tragic
Hideaki
past,
because he's
struggling
too
to
busy
find
doing
purpose
Shin
in life.
Kamen Rider, so I'll kind of wait for him to finish that before
Aw,
asking.
man, I can't
Regardless
wait
of who
for
is
Shin
steering the
Kamen
ship,
Rider.
Kiryu is an extremely
Ooh,
tough
wait, Shin
machine.
Kamen Rider's a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes! Please let that make it popular around the world.
And by the way,
I hope so.
MechaGodzilla in Godzilla vs Kong got double teamed.
And multiple
This
Yeah,
yeah,
that
is
was
also releasing
atomic
Kamen
breath
Rider
attack.
Black. I don't know how they managed to wrangle that, but they've
Uh,
got it.
I can't wait
Kiryu
for
is
Disco.
fast enough to
I can't
dodge
wait for the
atomic breath,
the Blu-ray
which,
version of
based on this
Digimon
instance, where
Adventure
an older
or by Disco
Mechagodzilla
Tech.
bursts the beam into space, likely travels
Look at
faster
that.
than Mach 2 speed.
Oh, hi, Batra,
Kiryu
who,
itself
by
could
the
also
way,
fly
should
from
not even
Alaska
be a
to the
thing.
middle of Russia while
Yeah.
carrying another
That was an
kaiju
awful
in just a
movie.
few minutes.
I prefer
Given how quickly Kiryu's fuel burns in flight,
Godzilla being
in order to
shipped
make
with
it, Kiryu
Mothra.
was
If
likely flying around
if any
Mach
monster
40.
ship's gonna happen.
People actually ship the monsters?
Are
I
they
just
gonna-
assumed they all fought each
That
other.
is straight from Ava.
While the White Herons can use
Yes,
microwave tech
Mono.
to recharge Kiryu on the
Oh,
fly, a full
people
charge
ship
only runs for about
monsters.
2 hours
Are
at
they
most.
capable of
And
like
using more
creating
intensive features like jet flight and the Absolute
a
Zero cannon
half
drains it much,
Godzillasaurus,
much
half
faster.
giant moth?
In fact,
baby?
just one use of the Absolute Zero drains
Considering Donkey
40%.
considering Donkey and Dragon can somehow create half dragon, half donkey abominations.
With all this
Yes.
power at his metal fingertips, this is one epic machine. No man or
And
beast
here's the thing:
has a
at the
chance
very least, the
against
two of them would be
might
roughly
of
near
Mechagodzilla.
or the same size.
Alright, here comes one of the more
She
badass
pronounced
fights
it.
of the
You
series.
pronounced it right. You had the clip in
Hey.
the fucking episode. Why didn't you
All
guys
right, the
pronounce it the
combatants
way
are
you
All right,
did?
Alex, here we go.
Bit.
Possibilities.
It's time for a
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
battle with dragons.
No, I already
It's
don't
funny
like this.
because
Oh
Kiryu
God,
means
what is wrong
machine
with the-
dragon.
What's wrong with the Dragonzord? Why isn't it animating correctly? What's up with the shading?
Oh, yes.
Oh God, the destructo physics look. Oh God, it looks like shit. Oh God, it's straight from the mobile game.
I love it.
And note that Dragonzord is much taller than Kiryu.
Ooh. Nice. I love how she speaks Japanese while the other guy speaks English.
Tommy, yes.
Yeah, because it's Tommy.
I love that little detail. They could have just had her speak English, but they went above and beyond.
Yeah, it's only a shame they didn't fix the shading for the Dragonzord.
The whole thing looks like shit.
Nah. Ooh.
Just knock the fucking Dragonzord over. It's like you just took it, picked it up, and set it on its side. I've done more. I've done better animation with my fucking action figures than this.
No, yeah. Oh!
I absolutely have. I have a Dragonzord.
Ooh.
Now you
Nice
just need to buy the monster stuff for Kiryu.
I like how the Jet's actually doing some fighting. Oh, she's down. Oh, yeah!
Godzilla install, baby.
Hey, Tommy. I want to dodge! Whoosh.
Yeah!
Dragonzord is faster than this.
It's Godzilla. He's overwhelming. Yes.
So you allow Tommy to summon in the rest of the Zords, but you don't allow
Because
the
he can do
Megazord
that.
to.
No,
Okay,
because he can. He can, though.
but they can summon him too.
Mm-hmm.
They only use like the OG.
Where's Titanus?
He left.
Why is the shield animating like
Ooh.
it's working?
Ooh. Oh. Oh.
Oh, that was neat.
Yeah, that was a nice little nod to the tougher for again. You know, if they waited a few more years, they could use
That's a reference to
models.
Excalibur. Tommy, let go. Let go, Tommy. Tommy, let go. Why didn't you let go, Tommy?
The Godzilla was holding him in place. He killed him with the roar! Ah, it's so cool.
But he could have let go of the staff. Why didn't he let go of the staff?
Plus, that's like a big rolling
need to repair.
need
The
maintenance.
victor here wasn't easy. Both have performed amazing feats of strength and durability, and both wielded massive arsenals of unbelievable devastation.
Akane definitely proved
By the
himself
way,
fighting
Alex.
Godzilla a few times, though Tommy did
So
have
I'm
way more experience piloting mechs
you've
and
seen
fighting
the
monsters for years and
Gundam
years.
versus
Plus,
Power
he's a friggin'
Rangers,
superhero.
right?
But while
Yes,
skill
I
and
hate
experience
that
are
one
incredibly
so
important,
much.
it doesn't
Sadly,
always
this is the
triumph
second
over
L
raw
that
power.
Tommy
That's
takes.
what she
Yeah, I
said.
remember.
I hope.
Compared to Kiryu, the Dragonzord was rather lightweight, with far less impressive feats of strength.
What are you
Who
doing?
believed a
Stop!
10,000-ton monster? MechaGodzilla tossed around a
Look at that.
25,000-ton Godzilla.
No, that's not how
More
that
than double the weight.
works.
Mecha G certainly had the
The
advantage.
Megazord
And also
does
from a
not
distance.
increase in
Kiryu's
power.
arsenal
There's
is
a
overall
reason
better
why it got
suited to
destroyed
long-range
in
combat
season
thanks to a
2.
wider assortment of
Hey,
missile
literally-
and beam weapons. Simply put,
They had
Kiryu
to
possessed
rebuild
more options
it
for
into the
controlling
fucking
and ending
Thunderzord.
this fight.
Like how they
Which
both
also
had
got
instant
destroyed
kill moves,
by
but
something
only one of
else.
those depended on
And then the
getting
Zeo
right up
Megazord
close.
was supposed to get
Plus,
destroyed
while
in
fighting
Turbo, but
mode's
they
max
cut that
power
out.
wasn't too clear, it
Of course.
could compete with the Thunder Megazord and,
And
Rita
then-
herself.
Remember how Rita blew up an island? Easily one of the most impressive destruction feats in the Ranger's early years. Based on this image, we can measure the exact scale of the island.
To blow
Nice.
that shit up,
Power-ups
you'd need a
wouldn't
blast
be
of at least
necessary if the
2.6
Megazord
gigatons of
increased in
TNT.
power over
so
time.
Dragonzord's Ultra Drill Staff was likely in the same ballpark in terms of power output.
Isn't the
However, this
Zeo
pales
Megazord
in
presumably do
comparison
that?
to
Because
the
that's
absolute
connected to
zero
Zeo
Megazord.
crystals.
Here, it's destroying the real-life Prince Hotel new
Oh my
tower
God.
and several surrounding buildings. Using the known scale of these structures, the
Okay,
energy
but why
output
didn't
to
he just
destroy
let go
them
of the
must
fucking
equal
staff?
128 teratons of TNT.
That's over 49,000 times more powerful. And don't forget, Mecha-G once survived being in the middle of this blast. There was no way Dragonzord could put down this tough son of
No,
a Zilla.
yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Dragonzord's arsenal
There's
and
no
Tommy's
way
skills certainly made this
you
an
could've-
intense
Tommy
match,
could've just
but
let
they were
go.
clearly outclassed by Kiryu's awesome power and unwavering durability.
I'm not
just
saying
glad
he
they
should have
didn't let the
won. I'm
fight
just saying
drag
that
on.
The
the
winner
ending is
Kiryu.
dumb.
MechaGodzilla!
Yeah, Kiryu could have just like pinned him down through the Zero Cannon, and then like boom.
I do like the Excalibur reference there, but it's
Other than that, this was a pretty good death battle.
yeah, this
Yeah.
it's a good fight. I just don't that. Why didn't he let go and continue the fight? And this is another one of those things. I'm gonna put it in pretty damn good, and I'm gonna say
Oh, no,
that-
I put it as a placeholder because we haven't decided yet. I just need
no,
to put it
I'm
somewhere.
saying like me personally, I'm putting this in pretty damn good
Ah.
because it is above average for this series, but it also has that problem of them having a decent enough idea for a conclusion and then just kind of truncating at the end where where
Yeah.
they got like oh, we're just rather than having a smart thing happen, we're just gonna have the characters stand around for an unreasonably long period of time while the other guy charges up his attack.
I'm imagining Tommy be like, impossible! Inconceivable! Someone's actually surviving the spear? I thought he would have exploded like an average Power Rangers villain. Oh god, he's going to freeze me, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Oh, okay. So, Kevin, where would you put it? Kevin? Where would you put it?
Pretty damn good.
I would
I'm
put
gonna
at...
this. I'm gonna put this above. Personally, put this above. I'm
I would-
putting this at the top. Of pretty damn good.
Yeah, put it at the top.
I would put it... I
I'm
would...
putting it above
it's
Wonder Woman
between...
versus She-Ra.
I I would say, it's kind of hard for me because it's either a worthy death or pretty damn good. Because there is a lot to like in the fight and the research. There are some weird rendering stuff, but the animation, damn, it did some awesome shit. I like some of the details, like the pilot speaking Japanese and Tommy speaking English. That's a great detail. I like how she actually tries to fight. I mean, it's in vain, but it's a great detail. There's just I love the third act fight when MechaGodzilla's overwhelming the Dragonzord, and he goes for the killing blow. And yes, it's a bit weird. He kept holding on to the spear, but him freezing him and then killing him by using his roar is one of the most badass things I've ever seen. I love that shit. But as you said, it's a bit weird he didn't let go of the spear. I like the animation, but there's something missing. There's an oomph that's missing from it, I feel like. So I would put it below Sora versus Pit on pretty damn good. It's still very good, but it's missing some things, and there's a few weird stuff that keeps it from being up there. RGS, what would you say?
I would agree. I do think the reason why it doesn't really be at the top of pretty damn good is the issue of the very dated models that they used for Tommy, and they used I think a generic
it's not even the
MMP.
models that are the problem. It's the animation and the shading. It's mostly just the
Yeah,
shading.
the shading
I
as
could forgive
well
the animation if it
very
wasn't
iffy.
that fucked up.
You're gonna hate. You're going, Alex. You're going to
does ruin it.
Alex. You're going to hate 4 versus Wonder Woman. Oh, okay. RGS, continue.
Relatively, the use of posing and storyboarding is fine. I do like that both pilots do have a chance to communicate, and obviously cosmetic features like the pilot speaking Japanese and Tommy still speaks English, and all the other stuff is fine. I like the little nod to the cover art of Godzilla against MechaGodzilla with Kiryu jumping to avoid an attack. It's all very surface level and pretty fine. It goes in pretty damn good, but I would put it below Miles and Static Shock because it's a lot less polished in comparison to all the other stuff that's in pretty damn good.
All right, so we're on agreement on pretty damn good, but where should we put it? Like I'm under Sora. RGS is under Miles. Where are you, Alex and Kevin? Where would you say?
The top.
I'm right at the top.
All right, so we got 2 top votes. So technically, me and RGS got outvoted. So it goes up here. I don't agree with it, but you know, democracy. Spin the wheel.
Wheel morality. Turn, turn, turn. Show us the lesson we should learn.
We will learn that.
Wait! Oh, yes!
Oh, goody! We got another good one.
The
Samurai
best
Jack
episode of
versus
season.
Afro Samurai.
Yeah, the best episode of season 5. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a treat.
Let's do this, bitch.
All right. Tell me when you're in. I'm going to start in 3, 2, and 1. This is going to be a treat. I want to point out before the anime. Actually, I'll bring it up later.
Among the soldiers of history, the samurai is one of the most prestigious and dangerous.
In case you're wondering, Jack's real name has never been revealed in all of Samurai Jack.
Nice. I guess you can say he's the jack of all trades.
Yeah, Jack is literally skilled in every single conceivable fighting art, hence why he's that good at everything.
In a distant land, I, the great Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil. But a foolish samurai warrior, wielding a magic sword, stepped forth and opposed me.
Rest in peace to the original Aku voice actor.
Mako Iwamatsu.
Yeah.
Young Jack was the son of a Japanese emperor who had imprisoned Aku years before.
Yeah, Jack just decided to go with that name because of those guys.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? I'm Jack.
Remained in the hands of his son.
He needed a cover name.
By the way, fun fact: after
back to the past.
during season 5, they kind of forgot that
Samurai Jack used to hook up with the angry video game nerd.
Throwing from a Russian boyar.
Yeah.
Combat from the
Anyways, I was
martial arts from Shaolin monks.
before the final blow was struck. I tore open a portal in time and flung him into the future, where my evil is law. Now the fool seeks to return to the past and undo the future that is Aku.
17
From
years
the
later, he was ready for the final
Gotta
boss.
get
He just
back to
needed
the
one
past,
more
Samurai
trick
Jack.
in his pajamas.
Gotta get back to the past, Samurai Jack. Jack.
One of the most iconic intros in Cartoon Network history.
By the way, in the Japanese version of the show, they had to tone down the flashing effect on the intro. Due to not wanting to repeat an incident with Pokemon.
Yeah. The Pokemon and its franchise almost died because so many people were out in the streets begging the government not to ban it. They let it slide as long as the mistake was never repeated. Pokemon almost died because of that episode. I want you to think about that.
See,
No.
cannot be harmed by conventional means. Thus, a special
I mean,
blade
granted, the new Pokemon game sucks and runs at 4 FPS.
Blade was forged by Odin, Ra, and Vishnu.
That's pretty
Whoever holds
badass.
this sword, if he be worthy, shall possess the power of Samurai Jack.
It can absorb and redirect energy, including
Which, by the way, Jack's dad had literally had armor and
Super metal? Why is that
and all
there?
and the sword, or as well as a Nimbus cloud. But he barely was able to defeat Aku. That's why, if Aku ever came back, he had all this set up for Jack.
To defeat 6 bounty hunters in the time it took for 1 drop of water to hit the ground.
That's crazy. That's
This had to have taken place in about 1/3 of a second.
God
Like a
damn.
Ninja samurai. Ninja Mirai.
Actually, he is trained in ninjutsu. which
Oh, I love that
was
fight
forced to
scene.
dodge beams of sunlight. For this one in particular, it's clear Jack began dodging after the
Yep.
beam was fired. By examining
Yep.
both Jack and the beam's movement frame by frame, we've concluded his highest reaction speeds must be nearly 70%.
I love
the
feats
speed of
like
light.
this.
Damn, that's fast. What can he do? Next thing you'll tell me he has the power to fly or something.
Well, Jack can't.
No, he
fly,
can jump
but
good.
He did learn how to jump.
He do jump good.
Yeah! Look at him go!
Yes, that. By strapping a giant boulder on his back, which compared to his height we can determine to weigh
Oh, this
39
show is fucking
tons.
amazing.
Jack learned how to leap
It
I
high.
was
have
so
all of
bad
it
of
on. I have
Look
all of
at
it on
him
Blu-ray.
Hidden samurai. These trees are pretty big, and this jungle has a bunch of these.
You can
ugly
fly?
baboons running
No,
around.
Jack
And
jumped
if I
good.
were a betting man, which,
They actually
I'd say
remembered that in an
it's
episode of
freaking
season
rainforest,
4
where the
where
average tree is
Jack had
about
his
130
last
feet
meeting
tall.
with the
Come on,
Scotsman
Jack,
before
for my
season
basketball
5.
team. Get
Yeah.
some hops.
We haven't even mentioned the time he survived several exploding missiles with his friend, the Scotsman.
Wow.
Why does
The
he look
Scotsman. I
so
love this
familiar?
guy.
Well, I like him.
With so
The
much
reason why
time,
the
it was
Scotsman
only
was
a
able to
matter of
match
time
Jack in
Once
battle
they
is
gladiatorial tournament while transformed to a
But
chicken.
it took
Yep.
a lot longer
Damn.
than it probably should have.
That's some
Anyway,
bad energy.
Anyways, I was saying the reason why the Scotsman was pretty much a match for Jack was due to the fact that he had a sword with Celtic runes on it.
Yeah.
He can be pretty gullible when it comes to
He was also
other-
in Cartoon Network. He was also in Cartoon Network Punch-Time Explosion XD or XL. Which one was it again?
Still,
I think it was
I
XL.
got my library right here. Let's see. It was XL. Yeah, it was XL.
Yeah, Gendy Tartakovsky knows how to make a good action scene. Meanwhile, in the world of anime-esque land,
who died in their pursuit.
I need to watch this anime at some point. I've been told good things.
it's actually not an anime. It's a
Or they can grant the wearer supernatural
it's
powers.
animated
But
in
truth,
Japan.
The headbands only bring
There's a
pain
movie,
and loss.
and there's a TV
Such
show,
was the
isn't
case
there?
with Afro
Yes,
Samurai.
but like I
And
said,
there's-
this.
Video game as well.
Oh, and
That's
Samuel
very
Jackson
good.
voices the Afro Samurai.
Big expectations.
Well, no, it's a nickname, but even if they did, have you seen
The
him?
Afro
And
Samurai
Jason-
also doesn't have a real name.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
look at it. Oh, and hey, look, he's got the #1 headband.
Here's how this works. The person who wears the #1 headband is said to rule the world, and the only person who can challenge the #1 is whoever possesses the #2. In contrast, anybody can challenge the owner of the number 2 for the right to wear that headband, and thus gain the right to challenge the number 1.
So, like, you just work your way up so that only one guy in the world can challenge you?
What is this, Highlander?
These headbands, then no one will mess
Sure.
with me.
Actually, the opposite would probably happen, which young Afro witnessed firsthand when
Samuel
someone
Jack
named Justice
actually
showed
be
up
like,
with the number 2
motherfucker!
and killed his father right in front of him.
Why does
Ooh.
this always happen? You know, I always
Oh-
thought parenting
oh
was
goodness,
the hardest
this-
thing about being a dad, but at this point, I think
Oh,
it's
no, wait,
actually
it-
staying alive if your kids ever
Okay,
do anything
so
great, or just sticking around.
by the way,
Despite knowing that he was
did they mention his imaginary friend yet?
Justice left Afro alone.
Don't
to
think
mourn
so.
his loss.
So, of course, Afro swore revenge and started learning swordsmanship.
Why do they
under a
always let the
swordmaster
kid
named
live? Like, they should know that you have to kill the kid, or they're gonna come after you for revenge.
This is
They-
You have
Swordmaster's
I
training of
believe
sword
this is the
mastery.
plot
Afro
of the
learned the
movie The
traditional samurai
Musketeer.
fighting styles of Kenjutsu and Kendo.
Kenjutsu is all
You
about how to
always
kill an
have to
opponent
murder
as
the
fast as
child
possible,
after you kill
while
the parent.
Kendo is more
Always.
about
You can't risk
discipline
it.
Oh, and another thing about Jack's sword is that it always knows
Swordmaster's goal
knows
was to
who is
refine Afro's
who is
body
a
and mind, instilling
who is a
in him
regular
sense of
person and
honor
who is a
for Rooster.
machine.
But that
And-
didn't quite mesh with
I
Afro's
believe
first.
And that-
Yahtzee Croshaw made a
So
joke
when he
like
found
that. It
out
was
that
like,
Swordmaster
what are
had
you
the
gonna
number
do
2 headband
with the
all
kids
along,
and the
he
people
knew what he had to
killed?
do. And now he could take down the guy who killed his dad.
Alongside his new friend slash burden, Ninja.
Oh, come the
Who is
fuck
also
on.
voiced by
Where'd
Samuel
this guy come
Jackson.
from?
Now don't
Really?
look like shit. How you been, man?
You're right.
Well,
Holy
it's not
shit.
entirely clear. He's
Motherfucker.
there, but at the same time, not there. Ninja
Yeah,
is believed to be the
yeah.
guardian of the number
Ninja
2
is
headband,
literally just his
but
imaginary
all he ever
friend.
really does is talk, and talk some more.
He got arrows and grenades and shit. You ain't got no chance, dude.
Motherfucker!
Simply a figment of
Sorry, I
Afro's
can't
mind,
resist
brought about
every
by
time.
psychological stress.
You know, I have an imaginary
There's
friend.
Afro Samurai the show and
Whatever,
Afro
Al
Samurai
Gundy, he's a
Resurrection,
bud.
aka the
Who also talks to
movie.
me. He tells me to do
I have
Okay.
I need to watch it.
Anyway, to be
Yeah.
honest, calling Afro a
And
samurai
Sam Jackson
is
has
a bit
voiced
misleading.
Afro in
He's
all
actually
of
more
that.
akin to a Ronin, a samurai with no master. And so, with his swordsmanship perfected, Afro wandered the world searching for justice, carrying an arsenal fit for revenge.
including his father's
Oh,
sword.
and
This
Afro
super long
Samurai
blade has lasted
I
through
aired from
decades of
January
battle
4th to
without
February
much issue.
1st, so it's kind of a short
Perfect for kicking
thing.
some ass.
He also has
I have a
steel
question.
toe,
Is
which
the
can be
video game
surprisingly
good?
effective offensive
I
defensive
don't
tool.
know. I
It
haven't
Since
played
he
it.
doesn't care about that honor BS. He's not
kinda
afraid to
dumb.
go
Okay.
dirty by attacking with his
Ninja
sandals.
Gaiden-y.
But while on the road to
Hmm.
justice, Afro's number
Might have
2
to hunt
headband
it down at
attracted
some
all
point.
manner of dangerous enemies.
I'd recommend
Luckily,
that.
he's
I
more than
actually need to get a
capable of
copy
dealing with
myself. It's
each
been a
and
long
every
time
one of
since
them.
I've played it.
He's strong enough to cut
One
other
bet it's like
swordsmen in half,
$500
throw
on
his
eBay.
shit through another guy's throat, and even
So,
tear
Mono.
off
Pretty
Yeah.
Mono,
as
oh,
many modern
what do
metals
you
have
know of
tensile strength
Afro
as high as
Samurai?
80,000 pounds
Well,
per
a lot of
Afro
it
is
of
fast
what
enough to
other
cut
people
bullets
say,
out of a
admittedly.
fire, and
I
even a
myself
laser
haven't really
beam.
checked
I
out
should
the
note that
game,
it's not a
nor the
plastic-based
two
beam. It
like
bounces off
animated
reflective
things. I just
surfaces,
heard, yeah, it's
doesn't
one of those
explode
really
upon
cool
contact,
cartoony
and
kind of
it's
things.
literally labeled a
And like I
laser.
said,
This
it's
means
not an
Afro blocked
anime.
a beam
It
that
is
moves as
actually
fast as
a
light. More than 670 million
It's actually
miles per hour.
it's actually an American thing,
Oh.
but it was animated by Madhouse.
This Afro
Oh,
No wait,
um,
no wait,
Oh,
no wait.
that's manga.
And our boy Afro
The
just
show
tore it
is
apart.
animated
He
by.
survived getting hit by
Okay,
rockets,
the show is animated by
including his
Gonzo,
RPG
I
that
should say.
fragmented a
Hey, so I was
giant
inaccurate on that
flip
regard.
RPG in a backpack.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, Gonzo.
I think
Yeah,
I smell
Gonzo
that
is also
coming.
responsible
This
for the
tree
movie.
nearby
This
is most
somehow
likely
looks
a
better
Japanese
than
ash, which
and
can
most of
sometimes grow
Gonzo's
as high as
work.
30 feet. With that in mind,
God, I
we
hate
compared
their
its height
Helsing
to the
adaptation.
fragmentation created by the explosion.
I
And compared the resulting
Alex, good
surface area
news.
to the sheer
Afro
force
Samurai
force.
complete in box
With
is
this,
around
we
40
deduced
bucks.
The RPG's highest
okay.
possible explosive
32
yield must be
$32.
around
That's pretty good.
72 tons
That's
TNT.
too expensive,
Damn,
but
what
you
kind
know,
of mega
I'll
rocket
take
No,
it
launcher are these
I mean-
guys
than being
packing?
twice retail.
Where
like
do I
some
get
games
it?
are.
Many stood in his way,
Or
and Afro
10
couldn't get
times
through them
more.
all
I expected
unscathed.
500, but this is
yeah,
cheaper than I thought.
No way, yeah, you were right. It is a Japanese thing.
Prove to the
I
world
haven't picked
that
up
Afro
the,
Samurai is
wasn't a long manga series. It only ran from November or 1998 to September 2002.
I haven't picked up any of the Xbox Silent Hill games colors, except for the
hang on.
HD collection.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate
Okay.
once and for all.
Well, get ready for one of the best. I want to mention this. This is animated by one single guy.
Oh, and the manga for Afro Samurai only lasted 2 volumes.
Oh my god, this looks amazing already.
Oh, by the way,
I love
Katie
it.
Tang voices Samurai Jack in this episode.
Okay.
Chinese American man voicing a Japanese dude.
Who was originally voiced by a black guy in the original show.
Oh, it's so good.
Your sword smells of blood. So does yours.
Motherfucker.
Oh!
Reminds me of the old stick figure combat shorts already.
Ah!
Really good.
Yeah. Oh, man, there goes the straw hat.
Oh, the cheap trick.
All your hopes and dreams.
Oh, the music. I love it.
At least it's representative of both series.
Why did Jack's eyes turn red there?
Because he was briefly
Too much kush?
No, he was briefly blinded by the joint.
Alright.
Oh,
Hey, he said the thing.
Thank you.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Alex, one thing you'll have to get used to if you ever watch Samurai Jack is the amount of times Jack is either shirtless or down to his undergarments.
Here we go. Oh! He's got the headband!
It's time for a death battle!
Yeah, there's no debate.
Yeah,
Let's watch the
making
result.
my devil's advocate in my
Afro was an exceptional warrior, and his skills would absolutely dominate most sword fights. However, Jack has had a lot of experience with opponents who fight dirty, and Afro could not stand up to his physical superiority.
Yeah, Afro never showed strength like how Jack lifted that 39-ton boulder.
Jack could react as fast as 70% the speed of light. Afro did block that light speed laser beam, but based on the distance between him and the Afro droid, he only needed to react around 21% the speed of light to do this, still putting him at impressive relativistic speeds, but not even half as quick as Jack.
Also, while Afro survived that mega-sized RPG explosion, don't forget how Jack survived a fall from orbit.
While it does seem the spacesuit was responsible for Jack's surviving re-entry, it certainly can't be held solely accountable for the final impact. Starting his descent from the Carmen line,
Oh my god. Why would people do that? Why? I don't get it.
62 miles in
Roll
just
time.
7 seconds, moving well over terminal
Shut up,
velocity.
Alex. Shut up.
Exploding space
Master Chief thing.
Which means his top velocity was
Jack Master
Shine the
Chief
list.
on his way into-
37,000
on
miles
his way
per hour.
back into
Adding the
re-entry.
spacesuit's weight to his own, this means his
I
impact
just
force
tried to
must have equaled
listen.
about 19 megatons of force.
Damn.
Way more than anything Afro survived.
And then he just got up and walked away. Badass. In the end, Jack was just too fast, too strong, too tough, and too well trained for Afro.
Let's get the heavy lifting gear. We're not leaving him here.
The winner is Samurai Jack.
Yeah, I don't think it's any debate. It's time for a death battle.
No, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this personally. I'm gonna put this above Scrooge and Shovel Knight.
Yep.
I would
'Cause
put
I
it
feel like-
higher. Honestly, the animation.
Well, that's
Oh
where
my-
I'm starting, because the animation is mwah.
Chef's kiss.
I would put it either above Vegeta or above Chuck Norris because the animation's easily one of the best they've ever done.
I understand
again,
why
it was
you'd
done by
say
one
that,
guy.
but I'd put it either for between Thor and Vegeta and Trunks and Silver, or between Trunks and Silver and Scrooge and Shovel.
Above Scrooge and Shovel.
Because I
RGS,
feel
where
like
would you
there's a
put it?
lot more.
Oh, wait.
There's a lot. Of, like it's just barely, you know. And like, there's the absolute legendary status of Chuck Norris versus Segata-san Shiro. Oh, I think that one has to be the perpetual top one. You know.
You know what? I'll agree that it's under Chuck because the analysis is way more better in that one than in this one.
Yeah, way more
It doesn't
better. Ben, do you want to
exaggerate it.
say that again?
Way better.
Okay. I would say, yeah, I would put under Chuck because the analysis in that particular episode is vastly better than Samurai Jack. So I'll give it that.
Kevin,
RGS, what would you
say?
say?
Yeah, I'm
Right.
fine
Oh,
with
wait.
that placement.
Which one? Which placement?
The placement you guys just agreed to.
All right. RGS, where would you put it?
Right, so first off, the animation was very visceral. I like the usage of 2D and I like how it gets to excruciating details that usually is unable to be achieved with like Sprite or 3D. I like that it's very fluid as well and all that stuff. I like how polished it is despite it being one guy. You can clearly see there are a few frames where they don't look too right, but I think that is understandable considering the amount of effort placed in there. It's surprisingly consistent for just one dude.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I think I would actually just put it above Thor versus Vegeta because it was a more compelling kind of fight overall. Because it didn't need to use scale; it just ultimately used ability and skill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're on agreement. Above Thor versus Vegeta, as it should.
I don't mean to ruin the moment, but I found something really neat that I want Alex to look at after we're done. But anyway, spin the wheel.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
This
yeah, I
is
swear to
probably
God,
gonna
we
be the
get
last
the Batman
one for the
one.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh wait! Oh shit! Oh, I love this episode. Let's go!
All right.
Alrighty then.
Well,
I love this episode. I know you don't agree with that, Kevin, but I genuinely do.
Ooh, this one's gonna be contentious, isn't it?
There's one particular feat they use that's debatable.
yeah.
Hang on, is it streaming? Oh yeah, I streamed it. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's been streaming.
Mega Man may be an icon by himself.
They're
but
literally
others have
using
carried on
only
his
the Mega
legacy,
Man from the
creating
final
real
Smash
immortality.
in Smash 4.
To be fair, those are like the main Mega Men.
Mega Man is the most mega of the men.
While there are many versions of the character to choose from, not that one.
No!
No! Why was Mega Man green in that show? You can clearly see he's blue, even on the bad box
from the
art.
Legends series.
Battle Network.
By the way, spoiler alert, Volnut does not make it out of this one.
Star Force Mega Man.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't think I need
When I was a kid, I thought that all of these were the same character, just like
death battle.
at different points in his life, you know?
You know what? You know,
The brilliant Dr.
you know
Light
what,
would
Alex?
change
I'm with
history
you on that one. I thought the
Developing
same
machines
fucking
with AI so
thing.
advanced it mimicked actual
I always knew these
Like
were
when I
guys,
first
to be
saw the
honest.
Battle
could
Network,
live together in
I only
trust
had the
and
Battle
harmony.
Network
I want
board
all you
game.
watching to remember that because
It's Gutsman, who's identifiable by his ass.
Yeah, I only had the Battle Network
What?
board game, and I thought
in a
that
lifetime of dick moves.
that
To
it was
combat
kinda-
this threat,
kinda
Light
like
upgraded
Power
one of his
Rangers-y,
prototypes,
and
Rock,
the
into
kid
the original, the
the
classic
kid who was his
Mega Man.
sidekick turned into Mega Man.
Classic, huh? What's
And then
next?
as
Diet
time went
Mega
on,
Man?
I just
Cherry
thought that it
Vanilla
was like,
Mega Man?
oh, this
Mega
is like
Man
Mega
Zero?
Man is like
For
a
one of those, technically yes, but
weird
that's much
legacy
later.
character.
Mega Man is
or where
armored
he's
with ultra-strong
existed throughout a
Ceratanium,
shitload
and
of
is equipped with the
eras.
Mega Buster.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The only ones that are part of the OG timeline are Mega Man, Mega Man NX, and Mega Man Voltnut. Battle Network and Star Force are part of the a rebooted timeline because sadly, due to Legends 3 being canceled, Volna, the original timeline just is screwed. I mean, humanity is literally extinct by the time Legends happens.
I just want to say on
bypass armor with the center flash, stop time with the time stopper, and localized singularities.
That was also weird. That was actually my introduction to Mega Man X and Zero.
Yeah, that was my
There's another one coming out.
That is so weird.
Hang on. There's another Final Fantasy Sonic coming out.
My desire to create whack-ass
and rocket-propelled punches.
Yeah,
same. That's
and here's another thing. And it's like, unfortunately, that at Newgrounds animation thing didn't get finished. It stuck after X.
There's another one coming out. There's another Final Fantasy Sonic being made.
Well, it's been years since X6.
Yeah.
With its size in mind, this would need energy equivalent to over 7 trillion megatons of TNT.
Every day,
all that power runs on limited ammo.
Mega Man would carry the banner of peace across the world, fighting Wily's tyranny and spreading Dr. Light's dream of human-robot
Eventually, I just stopped checking.
and everyone lived happily ever after.
I was the same thing with Super Mario Bros. Z. Also, before Mega Man's analysis end, read the Mega Man Archie comics. It's one of the best written Mega Man stories ever.
Oh, here's the Ruby Spears cartoon.
The one where Mega
reused
Flash
for
forward
the
100 years when the archaeologist Dr. Kane happened
hi, Doctor. What's his face?
Kane.
Yeah.
Kane, thank you. Dr. Kane, aka the man who discovered X and ended up getting nuked in one reboot timeline of the X series, but then they retconned that. Because the Maverick Hunter X didn't sell very well, even though the PSP is quite even though they were willing to actually go all the way to X6.
Yeah.
Dr. Kane began mass replication of X, but his process was
same with the original Mega Man. The original Mega Man 1 got remade.
Powered up. Hi, Sigma.
Despite being a pacifist, X felt obliged to step
Also,
X
they
being voiced by Domon Kashu.
Hang on, they redubbed Mega Man X4, but never actually released it in the collection.
No, they didn't. No, it wasn't actually an official redub. It was just Lucas Gilbertson and a couple of his friends doing it.
No, it was supposed to be in the X collection, but it wasn't done for whatever reason.
No,
there is a patch for the PC version to add the redubbed scenes in, which I have.
What am I fighting for?
Patch, and that is like a fan-made thing.
And here's the thing: the redub wasn't really fan made. It was made by Lucas Gilbertson and his crew. Like this was during the time when there was just like nothing after Maverick Hunter X.
Turns out Dr. Light was a fan of Street Fighter.
Hell yeah!
Dr. Light also studied
refers to
Goken.
the X factor that is his limitless evolutionary potential.
I'll buy that. Yeah, I'll believe it.
And the funny thing is
Mega Man X has a soul, so does that mean he's susceptible to the not the Tetsuki, the Tetsuki Hado?
Probably.
Yeah, I can see it.
Now here's the thing with now here's the thing. They had in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they had X and Zero in that game, but which is odd considering the fact that none of the Capcom characters or the Marvel characters in that time would be around, aside from maybe Thor, or when the X series takes place, because it takes place 100 years after a Mega Man.
In Infinite, that's when all their worlds were fusing into one big world. So,
oh god.
and
But
I think you can reason the 2099 cast kind of being in the X series.
After X used the Mother Elf, he ended up. This ended up causing the Cyber Elf Wars, and unfortunately, X's
Hey,
consciousness
oh
was
my
removed
god.
from X's consciousness was removed from his body, and then
Yeah.
his body just got destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Here
then
comes,
his
here
consciousness
comes-
died.
Here comes depression.
Thousands of
Yep.
years later, the world was consumed
Thousands of
by
years
a-
later, humanity is extinct and replaced by these synthetic
All that remained on the planet was
I
a
hate
race
you,
of
Capcom. I just want to say, fuck you, Capcom.
Well,
Fuck you, Capcom. We could have seen Trigger's full power, but no.
we could have actually seen Volna go on one last adventure, or so that the world wasn't as fucked. But
all
no,
the humans on board.
Dude, I'd be really interested to see how Trigger is in comparison to Volna.
Give me a Mega Man Legends 3 that has this big open world with like frontiers and Breath
has
of the
been
Wild.
stuck on the moon for 18 years. Oh, that's mean.
That's just mean.
Despite being a purifier unit designed to protect the Master System, Trigger
Never.
Yeah, the answer is never.
Yeah. Nah, the next X game has to come first, and then they're gonna make another EXE game, and then they're gonna drag their feet with a new Star Force game, and then they'll do Legends.
Well, here's the thing: the Star Force series actually had a conclusion, Ben. That's the difference.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Okay, no Star Force then, it's straight to Legends.
Well, here's the thing: if they wanted to make another Star Force game, I'd be fine with how they would try to continue the story. But still, the point stands. Like Star Force actually had a definitive ending.
Yeah. EXE hasn't gotten a definitive ending, right?
No, it did.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, good.
Lan ended up with Melu, and that was it.
Oh, cool.
I'm not
Also,
kidding.
Can we talk about how ZX3 was canceled and now it's going to lead up to Legends 1?
God damn it, Capcom. We will never forget the massive L's that you have taken to get to where you are today.
At this point, someone might as well make a fan game to do that.
And they each need to be swapped out manually.
It's hard to believe that
starting to think we found
Mercenaries,
Mega Man.
didn't Mercenaries 3
Don't
come out
underestimate
after
him.
Revelations.
Volnut is a charming hero with
I
a lot of
don't know.
power.
Think?
He can lift
Hang on.
9.5 tons.
Tron Von.
fast enough to evade
Boomstick
meteors
Rant is coming up.
at Mach 33, and even
Oh,
take
here
them
we
head
go.
on. That's a kinetic energy equivalent to 38 tons of TNT.
Pretty impressive.
He's defeated scores of giant mechs and even Sarah in a rematch for the ages. All in a day's work for Mega Man Volnut.
Don't worry, Yuna.
Why?
I know Ro. She'll come looking for us.
Ah.
No matter what happens.
Whoa. Don't try and pull that happily ever after crap. Humanity went extinct, the planet is flooded, and the last Mega Man is stuck in space forever because Legends 3 is never gonna happen. That peaceful future Dr. Light fought so hard for turned out to be total bullshit. And if you think about it, it's all his fault. Love and peace are lies, God is dead, and we're all totally...
Maybe in this timeline, but luckily, there is another.
Boomstick
Yeah.
spitting facts.
He is.
Let's go all the way
It's
back to
unfortunate
the
that he
year
is.
20XX.
20XX,
Instead of
where-
revolutionizing science with robotics, Thomas Light focused on computer sciences and created a world dominated by the internet. and digital
Tadashi
advertising.
Hikari
Oh, and his name was also
is
Tadashi Hikari.
is the name of this Dr. Light.
Oh, Hikari means light anyway.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I didn't
I
catch that
know.
boomstick.
Ah, no.
The internet infrastructure Hikari worked on was so complex, it became its own separate universe known
The
as the
PTs.
Cyberworld.
Gotta love universe
Was
nonsense.
managed by
I
scientific
wanted to
computer
get one of
programs
those.
called
I tried to
NetNav.
find one of those, and I never could. I had a bunch of the battleships, but I never found
Hikari
the
had a
PT.
grandson named Lan.
Now,
Yes, that's really his name.
now Ben,
And Lan
do
had
keep
one of
in
the
mind
best
they
NetNavs
really
around.
did have to have
Mega
this
Man
battle
got
take place in likely
Together,
cyber
they
world.
became the most
Otherwise,
successful virus-busting duo
you
in
know,
both the
I don't
this
mind them
couldn't
doing
happen.
it.
and saved both
Nah, I don't
countless
mind.
times.
You're making all the Mega Mans on equal footing. It's fair.
Yeah, that's the thing. And they kind of have to put this inside.
We'll debate about this later.
I seriously love this era.
His true strength, however, lies in Land's
Yes.
enormous collection
Evan had died.
Enormous collection of battle chips that are randomized every single time he gets into a battle.
I have like,
the drill by
probably
now.
like
He's got
20 of
cannons,
these battle
shotguns,
chips in
red guns,
drawer
mini bombs,
And
bombs,
I'm sure we
but no
I'm sure we all know who is actually .exe is basis.
turn intangible and invisible.
Mono, do you know?
Resist having his data assimilated.
Pardon?
Customized programs and
You know
weapons
who
data in enemies,
who's the
and
basis
use
for
Gigafeed to put programs
Mega
that
Man
keep the whole
.exe?
internet in stasis.
Oh yeah, I
Internet went
definitely
down
remember
last
this.
night. I might have to break out boomstick.exe and kick his ass. How do I alt F4 this
That
little bastard?
poor boy.
EXE's
It's
his dark aura is a
in
barrier
case
so
some
tough
people don't
it
know,
can
it's
survive
Land's
the end of
and
the
brother.
entire cyber world. And since
Who
EXE
died in the
not
womb.
an organic being, he survived being impaled, losing
thought he
limbs,
died
Oh,
in
and
shit.
blown to bits before pulling himself back.
God
together.
damn, the manga goes
If he's
hard.
just a program, like you said,
I
can he even fight
have
in
to
the
wonder
real
if there
world
is a
like
Star
other super
Force
fighting
manga.
robots?
He's done so before. He can
I don't
enter
think there
the
is.
world
But there is an
through
anime.
dimensional areas, or through
No,
sheer
there is a
power
Star
output
Force
alone.
manga,
He
but
can
it's like a
even
comedy
merge body
manga.
and mind with Land
Okay.
with
right.
full synchronization.
Okay, so
A technique
to
only
explain,
possible if both
yeah,
beings have a
cross
strong
fusion is
mental bond.
exclusive to the anime. It never happens in the games.
Well,
Yeah.
turns out EXE and Lan are super close because, plot twist, EXE is Lan's stillborn dead baby brother turned into a computer program. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
well,
so-
when they
that's
bond
disgusting.
perfectly, they
That's
enter
sick.
hub-
That's fucked up.
state
That's
powerful enough to defeat
fucked.
Nebula
That's so
Grey and the Dark
fucked.
Galaxy
Why
Universe.
is
Why'd
that
you
a
do
thing?
that?
Hand.
Why did
you
he
fucking
do
do
that?
that?
A planet-sized
Why
sky
did he
beast
do
exploding.
that?
That's a blast worth
Daddy,
over
no.
14 billion megatons of TNT.
He's quick enough to
Why
search
you do
practically
that,
the
Dad?
entire cyber world in less
Daddy,
than a minute,
no.
and powerful enough to absorb and recreate the same
Nah, to be
cyber
fair,
world
the dad
in a
didn't kill the
single
kids.
move.
If
And
anything, he
after
tried to
all
make
of
the
that,
kids fucking
Land
live in the
retired
cyber
from
world.
virus
I
busting
know,
to
but
become a scientist whose research would play
and
a
I
part in the
appreciate
next
that.
generation of Mega
The
Man.
father's like, I'm gonna take
Impressive
this
for a guy who
stillborn
spends all
child of
his
mine, I'm
time
gonna shove it
jacking
into a
off.
fucking computer chip.
I'm sorry, Wiz. We had to work that in.
I understand.
I can rebuild him. I have the technology.
He just smashes
Doc-
it with a flash
Dr.
card,
Light,
shoves
that's
it
why
into the
your
computer.
wife left you.
200 years
200 years
the world
after
yet again progressed,
.exe's
this time
adventures
with the
came to
advent
an
and
end.
proliferation of electromagnetic or
And,
EM
yeah.
wave technology, which is a fancy way of saying
electromagnet-
they switch their main resource
Yeah,
from
they
internet
use
cyberspace
electromagnetism
basic
to
radio
basically
waves.
make the world into a very prosperous future.
Actually, you know what's more fucked up?
This is Geo,
When
the son of
Oh,
okay, first Land, now
Geo
Like,
is-
killing me, but anyway.
Geo is his dub. Geo is his dub name. The Rio name is Subaru Hoshikawa.
Why is the alien queen galloping along?
Aliens.
What were you saying? What were you
FM.
saying, RGS? Hang on, what were you saying, RGS?
Alright, no, I was just about to say how fucked up it is because, like, Hub, Mega Man.exe essentially screws Roll.exe to create
Yeah.
Mega Man Jr. or some shit. So, like, Lan basically breeds as his brother breeds with, like, a fucking virtual thing.
Star Force Mega Man could essentially travel between in the EM world and the
We're EM waves, remember?
Though the
could
latter
travel-
usually requires conscious thought to activate.
could travel
It
between
can also fly, teleport,
in the
survive
EM world and the
space,
real
turn
world,
living beings into EM
and
waves,
also
and
be in
manipulate data
cyberspace.
itself to control other machines
Yeah.
from the inside out.
Remember when Mega Man used to just be a cute little robot? Now he's a radio alien cat fusion thing. Well, at least he
Badass.
still has the Mega
Yes.
Buster, which does exactly
But
what it
also
did the last 4 times.
Omega
Moving
Sis
on.
or
Actually, this Mega Buster is a
War
bit
Rock
different.
in the
Not only
Japanese
does it charge
version
automatically when not in use,
is
it
voiced
can
by
be
Kylie
modified with
Bear.
different wizard equips, no relation.
Okay.
To change its power, speed,
Wow.
and status effects.
What?
It would have been a lot better if it had.
I'm just surprised by the casting.
Well, I'm sure there's something.
And Geo is voiced by Jason Spizek, whom Alex, we've seen is in Young Justice as Wally.
He's got guns.
He's got Naka.
Bombs, missiles, lasers,
Retired
meteors,
for
shockwave,
no
a
reason.
crap ton of elemental attacks.
Yeah.
And when all else fails,
I love the
he can
design
just use
for
his bare
Star
hands.
Force.
Yeah, he's not afraid to throw hands.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's definitely noteworthy about Geo. He's not afraid to throw hands.
And control noise.
Control noise.
He's like,
when my neighbor plays
He's like,
music,
you know what?
he could just turn it up
The
with his
DACA
mind.
isn't enough.
No,
Let's
but
throw
He lived
hands.
in a trailer in the middle of nowhere.
Need more Daka.
Animals are getting smarter.
Right.
Oh, Squirrel Burger.
Noise is
What
excess
the
energy
fuck?
created by EMPs, kind of like static. When utilized
Is that a
properly,
reference
it
to
can cause
something?
There's the
machinery
manga.
malfunctions
Yeah,
similar
there's
to
the
an
manga.
EMP.
Yeah, you're right.
Drive
Was the
EM
Squirrel
beings
Burger a
insane,
reference to
and if he
something?
absorbs enough of it,
No.
allow Geo and Omega to
Boomstick
change
just
into
cooks
even
it.
more powerful forms.
His greatest
why does
form
he
is
still
Red
have a
Joker,
tail?
which can fire the
He
Of course,
never
it's
uses
multiple
Red
forms.
Joker or Black Ace in this battle.
That's because of the lack of sprites,
While
but
you're
we'll
still
talk about that later. I will say,
commissioned sprites at
Alex,
this point.
hang on, Alex. Alex.
Provided within a
Tail is
super
the best.
massive black hole.
No, I'm trying to talk. Alex, the tail is the best part. Don't you know? The tail is so good.
Hundreds of millions of miles in a single
I'll take your
day.
word
The
for
black
that.
hole in question was Sagittarius A, which has a mass 4 million times greater
Nice.
than the sun. Factoring in its mass,
Geo literally could walk around inside of that thing. He'd just be like,
megatons of
like,
TNT.
well, I guess I'm inside of a black hole now. Okay, let's just go.
Well, we know from the previous episodes that King Dedede did.
Since he's made of radio waves,
Yeah.
fast as
Though some other EM beings were able to fly.
Does that mean King Dedede beat Star Force?
Yes.
That's over
No.
3 million times the speed of
Yes.
light.
No.
No, if anything, that means King Dedede and
any-
Geoscaler are
Not
pretty much
in
on the
any
same level.
universe.
sure he didn't Marty McFly the future away.
But of all his accomplishments,
All I gotta do
his
to
greatest
mention
feat
the
was one that
crossover.
no other Mega Man up until that point had achieved. This world and this timeline actually turned out pretty great. All thanks to Star Force Mega
Oh,
Man.
that's cute. Look at him. Oh.
Come here.
Yum yum Hoover.
Let's watch. I like this fight.
All
Let's
right,
do
the
this.
combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle royale.
And Base and Proto Man were added it in Ultimate.
Yeah. I've never been a fan of that edition, but I
Press
understand
F in the chat for Bolnut. Press F in the
Mega Man's
chat.
like, what the fuck are you doing here? You're not in the right
You're on my
timeline.
rooftop. You're on my roof. You're
Here
all
we
on
go.
my rooftop, bitch.
And meanwhile,
It's on the rooftop.
EXC's just like,
Ah,
this is a weird part of Cyberworld.
there he goes. Ah, yeah. I love the music, by the way. The music's one of my favorite Death Battle tracks. Oh,
Metal Man.
Of course, Metal Blade, one of the most powerful weapons he has.
Meanwhile, the two strongest Mega Man in this room, are
oh.
I feel
or
this is
1v1.
gonna come down to either EXE or Star Force.
How did you guess?
Yes. Oh, let's do this. Ah.
Meanwhile, LD.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
Oh,
Alright, everybody.
Mega Man,
Those
no!
Mega Men sure seem to be tearing up the city. Should we do something about them?
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Walnut's like, I'm doing something. Oh!
Look, everybody, I'm doing something. He calls it Rush.
No, Super Adapter.
Transformers.
And Ultimate Armor.
Ultimate Armor.
Walnut's like, gosh,
Hold on,
shit.
be like, wait, that I can't do that. Damn it!
What's happening? Oh, poor Voltnut.
Oh, and then
He's
this
like, oh,
happened.
shit.
Look at this!
Oh. He just runs.
It's the Mega Men Walnut Gangbang. Time for a round of the Soggy Biscuit game.
I love it.
Wario! Mega Man, why are you prioritizing these two?
Oh,
Oh my god! He can stop time too! Ah!
Is that a motherfucking JoJo reference?
It is.
Oh, If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me, Mega Man.
I'm Mega Man. No, I'm Mega Man.
No, I'm Mega Man.
Oh,
Geo-
there goes the city.
Geo and .exe are like, hey, don't we get a say? Do we get a say in this? I guess we don't.
Oh, let's do this.
No.
He's like, ah, shit.
It's just me or
Holy
is DXC a hell
shit.
of a lot less beat up than Star Force is right now?
Yeah, he just recovered.
Yeah.
The mother elf? Really? Well,
he's like, that's mine now.
Yeah, and now he's
Come
taking
on,
over.
X.
He's taking over X.
X is dead.
I love X. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, and then this happens.
Just casually pulling up our field again.
Now, Geo, get out of there. That was dumb.
I love it. Oh, there goes the city. Oh.
He's like, he's like, oh great, now I gotta repair this part of Cyber World.
Whoa, I was sure X or Star
All you have
Force
to do
had
is
this
hit
one in the
Control
bag.
Z.
Surprisingly,
Let's listen.
the
other
victor
Mega Man
was
back as
fairly
well.
clear cut.
Let's
While the
listen to what they
original three
say.
Mega Men had many impressive feats, they were all outclassed by EXE and Star Force's cosmic level feats.
And poor Volnut couldn't keep up with any of them. Even
Volnut
Classic
never
had
stood
leg
a
up with
chance.
his Huge variety of weapons, but his limited
The game was just
ammunition
rigged for the
meant he would
start.
never last too long.
Yeah.
Plus, X was designed to surpass him in every way.
X's mother elf may have rewritten the code of the Reploids in his time, but both EXE and Star Force were much more powerful data beings who have resisted similar rewriting before. In particular, Star Force's noise manipulation gave him a huge advantage over the mother elf.
Why didn't
which
Black
we know to
Ace
be
or
fairly
Red
vulnerable
Joker
to
come into
corruption.
play on
I
this?
know what you're thinking.
They're
Star
using
Force is
noise.
200 years ahead of EXE. Shouldn't his tech be way better? He even held back in their cannon fight. That's clarify, cannon and story, not they were both using their cannons.
True, but so did
Although they were
EXE.
both using their
Neither were
cannons.
fighting at their full potential, as made evident by their other feats. At best, Star Force may move 3
Need to
million
go
times
back
the
and
speed of
play
light,
the,
but EXE was
Battle
fast enough to
Network
search
game.
Comes the
whole
one
cyberworld
contentious
universe in a
feat,
brief period
which is
of time,
debated.
and powerful
This one
enough
is
to later
dumb.
destroy it in its entirety.
And the cyber world isn't just a hard
So we can say that
device.
without the
It's a
manga feat,
universe
the
with
winner
stars
would
and
be
galaxies, the whole
Geostella.
shebang.
To clock EXE's speed, we
Yeah,
have
without
to
the
find
manga
volume
feat,
of EXE's
maybe.
field of
That'd
view
be a
compared
strong
to the volume
maybe.
of the observable
A
universe.
maybe.
With
It's
that,
a
we
big
can determine
maybe.
the number of passes EXE made across its diameter in order to search everywhere.
Because
While
both
the manga
are
doesn't give an exact
ridiculously
time frame, the
overpowered,
situation
honestly.
EXE is
So
in
even
is
without the
dire.
feat,
His
it's still, you know.
Base.exe is on death's door. So Mega Man's solution is to zoom around the universe as fast as possible until he happens upon some tool or weapon that can help.
That doesn't sound like it should work. But it does, and he couldn't have been gone for more than a minute. Her base would have been done for.
So with that in mind, EXE must have been traveling over 3 novemdecillion times the speed of light. That's 60 zeros long.
Wizard,
No,
pretty sure
I
we
didn't
just
know
set a
that
new record for
novemdecillion
highest
was a
number
real
ever on this show.
You know,
Oh yeah, it is,
so.
and that's not even
And
the
it also
biggest
goes
number
without
they
saying
get
that
in
while
the
Star Force's
series.
solar system
That
had
ends
a
up
full feat was
belonging to a
impressive,
certain-
Oh, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
An universe
Keep
is
that a
far
secret.
superior.
Does it
About
belong to
200
one of the
quintillion
guys
times
in
more.
Michael Myers versus Jason
Don't forget
Voorhees?
that EXE's
No.
arsenal of
Yes.
battle
Yes.
chips is
No.
much
Yes.
larger than Geo's collection
No.
of battle cards.
It doesn't.
Also, EXE could have just used chips like uninstall, interrupt, and capture to disable all the other Mega Man's weapons and programs whenever he wanted.
Well, except for Volnut, ironically, because his weapons were manual rather than programmed.
You got one, buddy.
Mega Men are good at what they do, but at the end of the day, EXE had the speed.
Damn, if only Legends 3 came out,
the best
and so we
super
could see
fighting
like the full power of
This
Trigger.
battle totally rocked,
Indeed.
man.
The winner is MegaMan.exe.
Go to hell, stick.
All right.
This episode up until that last one, and now
that's
I'm
gotta
putting
be
in
hard to
absolute
rank.
Failure.
Alex, be
Absolute
fair.
failure.
Or
That
first,
pun was terrible.
Alex, give a serious answer.
Okay. Seriously, I'm gonna put this under a worthy death. I'm gonna put this.
Yeah, worthy
above
death is a good.
Shredder and Silver Samurai.
Yeah, I'll be fair on this one. Unworthy death.
I'll say the same too. I can't put it. It's time for a death. I don't think it has that much flair to do that, but it is one of my favorite episodes up there. I would say the very top of War v Def. I do. Man, actually, yeah, I would put it at the top. I do. I do love how.
I personally put it between Bayonetta and Dante and Silver Samurai and the Shredder.
I do really like this. I love how in depth they go in the analysis. I love how they go to nook and crannies. I love how they give Voltna at least one win. Like, it's not that they're completely insulting the character. They do show some respect and also anger that Legends 3 was canceled because, let's be honest, everyone is angry about that. It's still sad we'll never see his true potential, and they call that out. I do appreciate them doing that. But I love the
Either
animation.
way, by the way, on our recent episode, they're on last week's episode. The Renegade comments, y'all should watch SpongeBob versus Aquaman. It's surprisingly really good. I'm like, yeah, we know.
We'll get to it. I love it. But we'll get to it. But yes, I love the animation. It felt like a full-on battle royale. I love the Voltna jokes. I love how he actually tries. He attacks X from behind, and that actually ends up backfiring on X. I love that. But yeah, I would put it like up there on top of the War v Def. RGS, where would you put it?
I agree. The polish and all of the good animation does put it above War v Death, especially since Deadpool versus Deathstroke does suffer from like lack of polish, so it would essentially dominate that area.
And
The only thing I found to really be contentious was using manga feats for what is essentially a primarily game-based fair.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem here. Or maybe
That's fair.
Maybe if they were maybe if this were a bit more consistent as opposed to compositing feats from various materials, because here's the thing, Ben. The Battle Network series has 3 different adaptations. It has as the original game, the anime, aka NT Warrior, and the manga. So, and the thing is, all 3 of them tell somewhat different stories while adapting from the game.
Right. I know that. Here's what
the thing
I
is like they composited all of those feats, but they didn't really do much if they composited the feats of Mega Man and the Archie stuff of classic Mega Man would definitely fare much better in this fight.
The Archie Mega Man, I mean, is a lot different than the classic one. It's more difficult to use. Like, if you ignore the Sonic crossover, yes, but it's a bit more difficult if you were to bring in the Sonic crossover stuff.
I think you're literally trying to compare apples to apples for 1 minute. The point is that EXE, through its different interpretations, are different enough to warrant the thing of saying, "Hey, you shouldn't use them." The same way we're saying that, if we're going to use the NT Warrior manga, we should use the Archie comics for Mega Man and Mega Man X and whatever material for the other guys.
Right. They do show a few panels, but that's mostly for story stuff. I do agree that they shouldn't. I don't mind as much because it most likely doesn't affect the results anyways. Because you could have argued that Star Force was faster, but EXE could have just disabled any attack that he might have, like they argue at the end. Which I do like they bring that up because EXE could do that, except to Voltnut, which is still really funny to me.
Yes, but that also comes up with the issue as well. Geo also has access to similar moves because it's literally just the same engine straight up.
Well,
it's literally just a case
he has a lot less. He doesn't have a lot of the same. He has a lot of moves, but not every single one from EXE. If that makes sense.
No, not every single one, but he has a lot of the similar functions.
All right, I would put it at the top. Did you say the top, RGS?
Yes, absolutely.
Kevin and Alex, you said between Deadpool and should we? I feel like it deserves the top because, as RGS said, Deadpool versus Deathstroke was a bit janky.
I'd put it below Deadpool versus Deathstroke for sheer comedic value.
Maybe. I will say this: it's definitely above Dante versus Bayonetta because it has that DBX thing, which is a bit forced. I'll let you be the tiebreaker. Oh, actually, not tiebreaker. It's gotta be a 4-4-way. Fuck. Hang on. I got an idea. So, heads for above Deadpool and vice versa. Hey,
decided.
it gets above. Wait, get out of here. Yep. All right. So should we do one more? I feel like we can do one more.
No, I'm gonna have to head out.
You
for the
sure?
night. I gotta open the store
All
tomorrow.
right. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's it for the
Well,
night, guys. Thank
all
you
right.
for watching. That was fun.
So we'll be back here next week with more death battles, and we'll be
Yes.
adding Sauron versus the Lich King.
Yep. I
And-
need to add that tonight since that's got to air by the time we do this again.
Oh
It's
yeah,
gonna be
by the
fun.
way, before any of us watch, fucking Lich King is gonna absolutely devastate. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. Sauron's gonna fucking destroy the Lich King.
Dude, I don't know anything about either character, so I'm super
The one,
curious. We'll get to
the
it.
preview
We'll get
featured
to
the
it.
one. The preview featured the One Ring, so it's already in Sauron's favor.
We'll see. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. We'll see you guys next time.
Toodles.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.